right.
Oh.
All right, folks.
1-2, 1-2. Ready to go.
Done with. It's time to play some baseball.
Time for game number 2 here in this 3-game set between the Kamloops NorthPaws and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Last night, a marathon of a game went to 11 innings before Ethan Stacy, the second baseman, came through with an RBI base knock to bring home the game's winning run in Caden Parker as the Cowlitz Black Bears completed a 5-run comeback. They were trailing 5-0 in the top of the third, and from there, it was dominance from the bullpen as well as the bats coming to life as well. Game number 2 of this 3-game set with the Black Bears going for win number 4 on the season as well as their second series win. Welcome into Story Field. Brendan Riley here on Mixler.com. Getting ready to bring you all the action 1 through 9 and maybe even more here between Cowlitz and Kamloops. The Black Bears looking to roll over that momentum from last night, and they're going to be turning the ball over to Andrew Del Biagio. Will be making his first league appearance here this year for the Black Bears. The 6-foot, 195-pound right-hander from Linfield University, native of San Jose, California, has thrown once for the Black Bears so far this season. That came last Wednesday against Richfield, where he went 2 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned with a strikeout against the Richfield Raptors. As he will, this is how the starting 9 for the Kamloops NorthPaws will line up. Ty Sifferman gets the nod in center after missing last night. Hunter Swap in left, batting second. Felix Chenier Rondeau, he's in right, moving from the 1 spot to the 3 spot. Zach Beatty at first. Tyrell Chadwick, the starting pitcher for Kamloops last night, doing the designated hitting. Marshall Louise does the catching. He bats 6. Angus State at third, bats 7. Mike Fitzsimmons is the shortstop, batting 8th, and Tommy Green rounds out the starting 9 for Kamloops here this evening. Ty Sifferman set to dig in from the right side to get things rolling against Andrew Del Biagio. The right-hander's ready. He rocks and fires the first pitch. It's a fastball called a strike on the outside corner, and we're off and running at 6:31 this evening here in Longview, Washington. Overcast night, 72 degrees with the winds out of the south-southwest at 3 miles per hour. The 0-1 chop foul off of Sifferman. It's quickly 0-2. Last night, the Black Bears able to take a 6-5 victory in game number 1. They're now trying to take their second series after winning the series against the Springfield Drifters back over the weekend. 0-2 quickly to count. Pitch. Breaking ball got him. Swinging for strike number 3. Louis Albrecht, who's catching, will get up, toss it down to John Olson at first. And there's strikeout number 1 for Andrew Del Biagio this evening. Give you the Black Bears defensive alignment tonight. Callan Halverson in left, Ben Ziegler in his second game with the Black Bears in center, and Sam Canton Zag, he's in right, making his first start here from the Black Bears this year. Brock Bozette, his future fellow teammate at third, Matthew Schwartz at short, Ethan Stacy at second, and John Olson at first. The first pitch to Hunter Swap is chopped up to third baseline. Bozette on the backhand will glove it, toss over to first, a nice pick by Olson, and it beats Swap by a step as it's a 5-3 putout and 2 quick outs here for Andrew Del Biagio in the top of the first. And the battery mate tonight to Del Biagio is Louis Albrecht. So 2 outs now in the top of the first inning as I'll bring in Felix Chenier Rondeau. The right fielder who had a good night last night led off the game with a double and came in to score the game's first run. A righty on lefty matchup, the first pitch. And it's a fastball below the knees. It's 1-0. Last night, Kamloops, they put up 5 runs on 8 hits, a pair of errors as well. They left 10 on base. The pitch, Nuber on the left side, charging in is Schwartz. The throw on the run is not in time. As Chenier Rondeau's on with an infield single, now his 3rd hit of this series, and that'll extend the inning for Zach Beatty. Your umpires tonight behind the plate calling balls and strikes is Chris Castro, and on the base paths is Isaac McAllister this evening. Cowlitz comes in today, half game back of Corvallis in the south. Kamloops with a half game lead over Kelowna in the north division of the West Coast League. Zach Beatty digs in from the right side with 2 outs and a runner on first. Del Biagio working out of the stretch for the first time today. First pitch, he dots the outside corner. It's 0-1. Zach Beatty, the junior from Maple Park, Illinois, went 1 for 6 last night with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. 5 games played so far this year. As a quick look over at first, has Chenier Rondeau back in with a dive. 0.95 average, 2 for his first 21, a home run and 3 RBIs as well. 1 walk to 7 strikeouts for the McCook Community College product from in Nebraska. 0-1 the count, the pitch. There goes the runner. It's a fastball ripped right to Schwartz at short. He gloves it on the short hop. Will toss it over to Olson at first, and the side is retired. So a good start for Andrew Del Biagio in the top of the first as Kamloops, they score. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. First chance for Cowlitz when we come back in a scoreless ball game. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
Grocery outlet and get a free case of water with any purchase. Thank you so much to Longview Grocery Outlet for sponsoring the Home Run Bargain Blast. Welcome again to David Story Field, home of your Cowlitz Black Bears. We would love to let you know about some upcoming games with events you will definitely want to be a part of. And also be sure to check the 2022 promotional schedule for our promotions all season long. Tomorrow night, it's Fiber Federal Credit Union Family Wednesday. Present your Fiber card at the ticket office on game day and receive $5 off of your admission. Don't forget to visit the Fiber booth for a chance to win great prizes. Co-sponsored by K-Log, KUKN, and The Way. Also, Thursday night is the Dash for Cash presented by Twin City Bank. Kids 12 and under, hit the field and fill those pockets.
Welcome back to Story Field. No scores. We go to the bottom of the first between Cowlitz and Kamloops, as this will be the Cowlitz starting 9 this evening. Ben Ziegler bats leadoff in center. Ethan Stacy batting second and at second. John Olson, who leads the West Coast League in average, he bats third and first. Callan Halverson moves up 2 spots back to the cleanup spot. He's in left. Brock Bozette at third, batting fifth. Sam Canton, he bats sixth and is in right. Matthew Schwartz moves down to seventh in the lineup. Louis Albrecht making his second start. He's batting eighth, and Caden Parker will round out the starting 9 for Allen Embry this evening against the right-hander Washington commit and Boston Workington, the 6'2", 210-pounder from Ladner, British Columbia, at a Foothills Composite High School. Second start for him this season as the first pitch to Ziegler comes in. It's a fastball that goes all the way to the backstop. It's 1-0. It came on June 2nd against Edmonton. Went 6 innings, gave up a run, 5 hits, and 6 strikeouts for the future Washington product. 1-0 misses inside. Count goes to 2-0. Workington played for the Okotoks Dongs Academy. The pitch, line drive, left field, base hit as Ben Ziegler laces that one over Mike Fitzsimmons' head as he picks up his first hit as a Black Bear, and the leadoff man is on for Cowlitz. Now bring up Ethan Stacy, but Boston Workington pretty good for Okotoks this past year. Through a complete game against Weber Academy back on April 27th. 2 hits and 10 strikeouts in the completion of that one, as now he'll work from the stretch for the first time today as Ethan Stacy, the hero from last night, digs in from the left side. Quick look over at first as Ziegler back in with the dive easily. We'll give you the Kamloops defensive alignment, left to right in the outfield. Hunter Swap, Ty Sifferman, and Felix Chenier Rondeau. First pitch to Stacy, a little too far outside as he's ahead in the count, 1-0. Angus State at third, Mike Fitzsimmons over at short, Tommy Green back at second for the second straight game, and Zach Beatty moves from left to first, and Marshall Louise is doing the catching. The 1-0, off-speed pitch called a strike on the outside corner, counts even at 1-1. Last night, the Black Bears, the 6-5 victory, wasn't pretty throughout most of that game. There was a lot of missed opportunities. The Black Bears left 19 on base a night ago. Another look over at first, and Ziegler's in easily once again. 6 stolen bases this past year at Yavapai College in Arizona for Ben Ziegler over at first, the freshman from Hawaii. 1-1 the count, the pitch. Fastball runs high and away. It's now 2-1 to Stacy. Stacy, a night ago, the walk-off single in the 11th, went 1 for 4 with the RBI and 3 walks. The native of Sydney, Australia, said it was his first ever walk-off. 2-1. Fastball called a strike at the letters, counts even at 2-2. He said that he had gotten a couple walk-offs in some 10-run rule games, but it wasn't the same. Last night was his first ever traditional and really real walk-off that he's ever hit in his career. 2-2. Fastball, he's just able to foul it back and won't do it again. Coming into tonight, The Black Bears with a .320 team average and a 5.45 ERA. Third in average in the West Coast League, while 11th in the earned runs against department. 2-2 the count with no outs and a runner on first. Scoreless between Cowlitz and Kamloops. 2-2, there goes the runner. It's called a ball on the outside corner. The throw down to second is not in time. So Ben Ziegler able to show off the wheels as he gets a stolen base. And he takes second, so an early RBI opportunity here for Cowlitz. The count has run full to the number 2 hitter, Ethan Stacy. 3 walks last night for him, as now he's looking to pick up number 4 here in this series and this season. Payoff pitch. Fastball chopped over on the right side. Tommy Green, the second baseman, has it. He'll toss it over to Beatty at first, but Ethan Stacy, a productive out, as Ziegler moves all the way up to third, and the first run of the game standing 90 feet away for the Black Bears.
First baseman, number 47, John Olson.
Now we'll bring in John Olson, the Portland, Oregon native. Cooled down last night for what it's worth after going 11 for 12 over the weekend in Springfield. 1 for 4 for him yesterday, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. First pitch, he sees a breaking ball on the outside corner as the count moves to 0-1. Cowlitz going with their black jerseys with the C on the left side of the chest, with white pants here this evening, black caps with the Cowlitz C. Field. A simple swing for the number 3 hitter for Cowlitz so far this season, as he steps back in, facing off against Boston Workington. Only gave up 1 run in his start last week against Edmonton. The 0-2, a breaking ball well outside. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says Isaac McAllister, as the count goes to 1-2. Olson first in the WCL in average with the 12 for 16 mark. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts as well, as Workington's trying to get out of a jam. The 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball, this one well outside. Marshall Louise, a nice snag behind the plate. Counts even at 2-2. Noah Orr, who started behind the plate last night for Kamloops, he had a great day behind the plate as he was blocking everything, really. He probably saved a few runs for Cowlitz with his play behind the plate a night ago. The 2-2. Breaking ball chopped on the right side. It's going to go to Tommy Green as the run will come in to score. And John Olson picks up an RBI on the ground out. He now has 8 on the season. And Cowlitz off to an early 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first.
And the Black Bears are on the board.
It took Cowlitz last night until the 3rd inning to put up a run. They were able to put up a run in that 3rd on 2 hits. They put up 1 in the 3rd as the first pitch to Halverson's chopped right back to him. And to Workington, he gloves it, will take a few steps, toss it on over to first, and the side is retired. But the Black Bears, they do strike first. They score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave no runners left on base. We head to the 2nd here at Story Field. Cowlitz off to an early 1-0 lead. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
Hostesses with the mostesses are out there to tell us what it's all about.
Okay, so the object of Squishy Toss is we've got Emmeline, Madeline, and Desmond out here. They each get 2 chances to throw their ball onto the board and try and get in one of the holes of the board. The one who gets the most in at the end wins a prize. Up first is Desmond. That's 1 point for Desmond. 2 points for Desmond. Up next is Madeline. All right, Madeline got 1 in. Next up is Emmeline. All right, so Desmond is our winner for this game. Thank you so much for participating. Back to you, Luke.
Thank you, Jenna. Excellent work there, Desmond. A future cornhole champion on ESPN The Ocho. And now batting with the NorthPaws, a designated hitter number 38, Tyrell Chadwick.
Tyrell Chadwick to lead things off in the top of the second as he takes a strike on the outside corner from Andrew Del Biagio. 1-0 Cowlitz over Kamloops in the top of the second inning after a leadoff single from Ben Ziegler in the bottom half of the first. The 0-1, a breaking ball fouled back to the backstop, and it's quickly 0-2 to the designated hitter this evening for Kamloops, who was the starting pitcher last night. In last night's game, went 3 innings, 2 hits, a run that was earned, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts for the future Illinois State. The 0-2, breaking ball, check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says Isaac McAllister, as the count moves to 1-2. Chadwick, his 4th game at the plate so far this season. He's 2 for 10. He's coming to score twice. A double, a pair of RBIs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Last time he was at the plate was in Game 1 of the doubleheader Saturday. The pitch all the way on the lefty batter's box, and the count's at 2-2. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts in the loss. The 8-2 loss for Kamloops in game number 1 before they took game number 2, 5-4, and then game number 3 was rained out in the third. The 2-2 once again, fastball, a little too high there from Del Biagio. Had a strikeout in the top of the first inning as Chadwick comes all the way back. The count is run full here in the top of the second. Payoff pitch, fastball laced up the middle, past the dive of Schwartz into center field for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Kamloops as they have their leadoff man on for the first time. And so with no outs, will be a runner on first for Marshall Louise. Pretty good crowd here this evening down the left field line here at Story Field. It's the first of $3 Tuesdays here at Story Field. 4 other dates this season. With the Black Bears at home on Tuesday, it's a reminder that Tuesdays, it's $3 tickets, $3 domestic beer, hot dogs, and nachos as well. First pitch to Marshall Louise. Misses outside with the off-speed pitch. It's 1-0. And then tomorrow, of course, it's a Fiber Family Wednesday. $5 off on tickets purchased at the gate if you show your Fiber Federal Credit Union card. The 1-0. Fastball right back to Del Biagio, gets a piece of it. Charging in now is Stacy, and he can't pick it up with the bare hand, so the first 2 runners are on today in the top of the second for Kamloops, and that's going to bring up Angus State with a runner in scoring position. Unlucky there for the right-hander, Del Biagio. He got a glove to it. Yeah, he knocked it down, slowed the momentum. It came a tough play for Ethan Stacy up the middle. As that's now going to bring in Angus State, the third baseman. They call it an infield single. So now 3 hits on the day so far for Kamloops. Here's Angus State digging in from the right side. The senior from Palo Alto, California. 3 for 18 on the season so far. First pitch. Fastball. Good spot on the outside corner, called for strike number 1. Kamloops without their manager tonight, Cole Armstrong, after he was ejected from yesterday's game back in the 6th inning. Him and Isaac McAllister, the base umpire here this evening, they got into it. The 0-1, down and away. It bounces away from Albrecht, but no advance from the runners as it didn't scoot far enough away. Albrecht trying to backhand it. He's able to knock it down, prevent it from going from the backstop. Albrecht making his 2nd start this season as Alec Arnone gets the day off after catching each of the last 2 games. The second game of the doubleheader back on Sunday in the Black Bears 8-7 victory, and then Arnone caught 11 innings last night. A big lead out at second as the back pick is on, but getting back in is Chadwick, who is dancing about 20 feet off of the second base bag. The 1-1 the count with no outs in the top of the second inning. Runners on first and second with the 7-hitter up for Kamloops. State last night 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs. 1-1. Fastball fouled off on the right side and out of play. It's up 1-2. State this past season was at Moorhead State after he transferred in from Cuesta College. Same school as the 9-hitter for Kamloops, Tommy Green. The 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block by Albrecht behind the plate. Counts even at 2-2. Del Biagio working for the 2nd straight inning with runners on base. Before he threw last week against Ridgefield, the last time he had thrown was on April 30th versus the College of Idaho, Went 4 innings, 10 hits, 9 runs, 6 earned, 3 walks, and a strikeout. 2-2. Fastball right back to Del Biagio, but up the middle of Stacy. Steps on second for 1. The 3-lay on to first is in time. So a 4-3 double play, but Chadwick does advance to third as the tying run standing 90 feet away.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Mike Fitzsimmons.
They'll bring in Mike Fitzsimmons, making his first appearance in this series so far. The junior from Chilliwack, British Columbia, member of the University of British Columbia. Several players from Kamloops at British Columbia. As he digs in, he's won for his first 10 this season. Righty-on-righty matchup, the first pitch. It's a fastball that misses above the letters. It's 1-0 to the Kamloops shortstop here this evening. Played in game number 2 on Saturday in their doubleheader. Went 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Hit 281 this past season for British Columbia over 53 games. The 1-0. Fastball, this one laced into left field. It's going to get down. We're going to be tied up here in the top of the second. Big turnaround first for Fitzsimmons as he'll retreat with Chadwick coming in to score. And just like that, Kamloops responds with a single, an RBI single to knot us up at 1 here in the top of the second inning.
And now batting the second baseman, number
So I'll bring up the 9th hitter for Kamloops. It'll be Tommy Green, the second baseman, set to dig in. The senior from British Columbia has made his way to Oakland University. 1 for 5 yesterday, 2 RBIs and a strikeout. Del Biagio comes set, looking to find the third out here in this top of the second. The first pitch, fastball hit sharply past the dive of Bozette. This one's going to roll down the left field line. Rounding second and heading for third is Fitzsimmons, and he'll stop there as Tommy Green pulls into second with a 2-out double, and it's 2 runners in scoring position in the top of the second with 1 run already in. Fastball left over the heart of the plate from Del Biagio, and Tommy Green just able to rip it down the left field line. Ball kind of died. Callan Halverson was expecting it to roll all the way to the Mount St. Helens sign on the left field wall. But it ended up dying in the grass, as that will bring up the leadoff man, Ty Sifferman. Struck out on 3 pitches to lead off this game. Runners on second and third with 2 outs in the top of the second. Del Biagio looking to get out of this one. The pitch. Fastball, this one sent through the right side for a base hit. Coming in to score is Fitzsimmons. Getting the green light from second is Green, as the throw will come back into second after Sam Canton couldn't hold on to it. And it's a 2 RBI single for Ty Sifferman. And just like that, Kamloops leads 3-1. So early opportunities for Kamloops, and they're coming away with them. Last night, Kamloops left 10 on base in that game. They did not score a run after the third inning. They didn't have a hit from the 4th until the 9th. As Del Biagio, a quick look over at Sifferman at first. Sifferman this past year with Grand Canyon, rather this season with Kamloops, 4 for 4 on stolen bases, all of them coming in the doubleheader back on Saturday. Huge lead over at first as Del Biagio will step off. Sifferman started dancing about 15 to 20 feet off of the first base bag with John Olson holding him on. 2 outs and a runner on first, 3 runs already in. The first pitch, a front door breaking ball called a strike to Hunter Swap. It's 0-1. Swap grounded out to Brock Bozette an inning ago, the junior from Heber City, Utah. He's 1 for his first 12 this season, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts for the Salt Lake Community College product. The 0-1. Fastball fouled back, and it's 0-2. Swap heading to Utah Valley for this season. Going to be teammates with Callan Halverson, the Black Bears left fielder, coming up. Salt Lake Community College, they lost to Central Arizona in a 3-game series in the NJCAA Western District Tournament Championship. Central Arizona went on to win the whole thing. 0-2, a breaking ball outside, and it's called for a ball. Swap spent 2020 and 2021 at BYU. His father played baseball at Utah Valley, part of the reason why he'll be heading there this fall as well. The 1-2, fastball got him swinging, and that will do it for the top of the second inning. But Kamloops, they're able to take their first lead of the night. They score 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They leave 1 runner left on base. They're an inning and a half here at Story Field. It's Kamloops 3 and it's Cowlitz 1. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
reminder, we talked about the home run bargain blast, but did you know that every time the Black Bears hit a double, our partners at the Safeway Albertsons Foundation are proud to make another donation through their Nourishing Neighbors program. And donations are made to the Community Action Program. Thank you for supporting your community, Safeway Albertsons. Also a thank you to Baker Lumber Company, Build with Baker, located at 311 Vine Street in Kelso. Don't live through summer with an old rotten deck. Build with Baker. Baker Lumber Company, 360-423-3900. And thanks to Weather Guard. We keep the weather on the outside. No one protects you from your investment better.
Kamloops leads 3-1 over Cowlitz as we go to the bottom of the second inning here at Story Field. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Brock Bozette, Sam Canton, and Matthew Schwartz to face off against Boston Workington in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch to the third baseman is a fastball that misses inside for ball number 1. Thank you for joining me. Brendan Riley here, bringing you all the action here this evening and all season long for the Cowlitz Black Bears. The 1-0, a breaking ball lifted foul down the right field line. Counts even at 1-1 to Brock Bozette, the sophomore, off to become a Zag here in 2022-2023. Made his debut last night. The pitch, fastball runs inside as the count moves to 2-1. Bozette an RBI and 3 strikeouts a night ago as the 2-1 chopped on the right side. A diving stop by Tommy Green, the second baseman, and he'll have no throw as Bozette was busting it down the line as he's aboard with a leadoff single. The leadoff man has now reached in each of the first 2 innings against Boston Workington. So that'll bring in Sam Canton, the freshman from Port Orchard, Washington. From Gonzaga this past season, they went 37-19, lost in the Blacksburg Regional. Virginia Tech won the regional in 3 games. They took care of business to go to their first ever Super Regional. Quick look over at Bozette, has them back in with a dive. Brock Bozette over at first, with no outs in the bottom of the second inning. 3-1 your score with Kamloops in the lead. Workington comes set at the belt. The first pitch, a fastball a little too far outside to Sam Canton as he gets ahead in the count 1-0. Gonzaga, they lost to Columbia in game 1. They were the 2 seed in their regional. They lost to Columbia, beat Wright State in the elimination game before losing to Columbia once again. The 1-0, a fastball called a strike at the letters. Counts even at 1-1. Virginia Tech this year in the ACC, they won the ACC regular season championship, really coming out of nowhere. They were projected to finish in the bottom of the ACC, but they just mashed the baseball there in Blacksburg. The 1-1, a breaking ball, going to the back foot. It's called a ball as Can's ahead in the count, 2-1. Can played 9 games this past year for the Zags. Made 2 starts as well, went 4 for 12 at the plate, a home run and 3 RBIs. First team All-League in high school. The pitch, chopper right back to Workington, who knocks it down. His only play is going to be first as he gingerly tosses it over to the first base bag, and it beats Canton by a step, but Bozette moves in the scoring position on the 1-3 putout. So that'll bring up Matthew Schwartz with an RBI opportunity in his second game here with the Black Bears in 2022 after spending last summer here in Longview. 1 for 6. A night ago, 2 strikeouts, also came in a score as well. 1 out and a runner on second, the pitch. Breaking ball on the outside corner, it's 0-1. Schwartz, the sophomore from Spokane, at a Lower Columbia College, back here playing a summer ball here where he plays his college ball at .246 this past season for the Red Devils. 6 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs to go along with 26 RBIs. Coming off a year last year that you hit .265 with 5 doubles and a triple. It's the 0-1, a breaking ball misses inside. Counts even at a ball and a strike. 3 home runs to his credit as well, go along with 21 RBIs. 13 walks to 42 strikeouts, though, at 48 strikeouts this past season with LCC. The 1-1, a fastball. This one lifted in the air to right field. Coming in on it is Chenier Rondeau. He'll make the catch. There'll be no tag from Bozette as the throw comes back in. A strong throw from the right fielder as it keeps Bozette at second, and there's 2 away. Well, last night, the Black Bears, they left a lot of runners on base. They left 19 on last night, left the bases loaded 3 times, coming the 3rd, the 7th, and then the 9th as well after Vic Domingo loaded the bases. He threw 15 straight balls, rather 14, until he was able to get John Olson a strikeout. To end the 9th, first pitch to Louis Albrecht. A breaking ball called a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Black Bears eventually went on to walk it off in the bottom of the 11th inning thanks to Ethan Stacy and take game number 1. 3-1 your score in the bottom of the second. 2 outs and a runner on second in Brock Bozette. Louis Albrecht digs in from the right side. The 0-1. Runs inside, almost clips him. Counts even at 1-1. Second start for Albrecht here this season. The sophomore from Renton, Washington, up near Seattle, transferring to Central Arizona this fall. Went 0 for 3 with a strikeout in game 1 on Sunday. The 1-1. Breaking ball hit sharply. A nice backhand play by Fitzsimmons in the hole. A strong throw and an acrobatic catch by Zach Beatty over at first will end the scoring threat for the Black Bears here in the bottom of the second inning. They score no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave a runner on base. We're through 2 full here at Story Field. It's Kamloops 3 and Cowlitz 1. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
Jenna and Samantha back out there again.
So for the Dizzy Bat Spin, we have Sophia and Kane out here with us today. And they're going to, when I say go, they're going to spin 5 times, and they're going to come race down to me or Corby once he gets out here.
Show some hustle, Corby. Let's go.
All right, are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3, spin. Run, run, run. Oh, and there goes Corby.
Runaway bear yet again.
All right, I'm going to hand it back off to you, Luke.
Thank you, Jenna. Looked like a ton of fun. Also this time, would like to make a special shout out over to our party suites. We'd like to recognize Snap.
3-1 Kamloops as we go to the top of the 3rd inning here at Story Field. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the NorthPaws here against Andrew Del Biagio, who's back out for his 3rd inning of work. Black Bears took the lead in the bottom of the 1st inning, but Kamloops responded with 3 runs in the top half of the 2nd to get us where we are here today. 6 hits already for Kamloops over the first 2 innings. Against Andrew Del Biagio, is looking to come out and get through a clean 3rd. $3 Tuesday here tonight at Story Field. Fiber Family Wednesdays coming tomorrow. Reminder, $5 off tickets at the gate if you show your Fiber Federal Credit Union card. Felix Chenier Rondeau set to dig in to lead things off. He singled his first time up. The first pitch, a breaking ball, called a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Chenier Rondeau now 3 for 6 in this series so far with a double and 2 strikeouts. A pitch, a backdoor breaking ball, called a strike on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2. 2 strikeouts on the day for Del Biagio. Got Ty Sifferman to lead off the game, then struck out Hunter Swap. The pitch fouled back to the screen on the heater, and we'll do it again at 0-2. Kamloops half a game up over Kelowna in the North Division coming into today, sitting at 4-2. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, got him swinging. It's in the dirt. Albrecht will have to toss it down to first. Delivers a strike down to Olson. 3rd strikeout of the day for Andrew Del Biagio as Chenier Rondeau is retired for out number 1 in the top of the 3rd inning. As Zach Beatty will dig in from the right side. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 3rd inning. Cowlitz trailing 3-1 here in game number 2 of this 3-game set. Game number 3 tomorrow at 6:35 here at Storyfield. First pitch to Beatty. A breaking ball a little too low as the count moves to 1-0. BD bounced out his first time up to Matthew Schwartz. The pitch, another breaking ball. This one called a strike on the outside corner. Counts even at 1-1 to the 6'7", 275 junior from Maple Park, Illinois. The 1-1 front door breaking ball for a strike. It's 1 ball now and 2 strikes. BD going to Kansas Wesleyan this upcoming fall, NAIA school in Salina, Kansas. Del Biagio working quickly. The 1-2, a breaker. And BD's just able to lay off as the counts moved to 2-2. Here comes the 2-2. Fastball, soft tamper, and foul up the third base line as BD's just staying alive. So far this season, already 7 strikeouts for Zach Beatty after he struck out 68 times for McCook Community College this past season. 2-2 once again, breaking ball, got him swinging for strike number 3. Now the third straight strikeout for Andrew Del Biagio as there's 2 away in the top of the third inning. A beautiful breaking ball had Beatty well out in front. As the lineup card now moves to Tyrell Chadwick, the designated hitter. He got the inning started in the top half of the second with a leadoff single and came in to score the first run for Kamloops here this evening. 2 outs and nobody on the top of the third. A righty-on-righty matchup. The first pitch, a fastball called a strike on the inside corner, belt high, as it's no balls and 1 strike to Chadwick, the freshman from Kamloops, British Columbia, rather incoming freshman. The pitch. Breaking ball, he's well out in front of it. A nice tight spin about from 10 down to about 4. From Del Biagio is now looking for strikeout number 4 in a row. He's ready. The right-hander working from the windup in the first base side of the rubber. His 0-2. Breaking ball, and he's just able to get a piece of it, and we'll do it again. Chadwick the single to lead off the second. He's now 3 for his first 11 in a Kamloops jersey. The 0-2 once again. Breaking ball a little too far outside. A good waste pitch from Del Biagio as it's a ball and 2 strikes. Chadwick to 3 innings last night in the start. Gave up 1 earned run, 4 walks to 5 strikeouts. The 1-2. Breaking ball. Got him looking on the outside corner as Andrew Del Biagio. He struck out 4 in a row, and he strikes out the side in the top of the third inning. We move to the bottom of the third here at Story Field. It's still Kamloops leading 3-1 over Cowlitz. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com.
Okay, fans, Dream Dentistry invites you to grab your cell phone and take pictures of yourself, your family, friends, and coworkers. Take a fun photo and post it online so we can see it. Tag Cowlitz Black Bears on Facebook and Instagram, and Cowlitz B-Bears on Twitter. Hashtag it Bears of Summer, and go Black Bears. Cowlitz Black Bears selfies are brought to you this season by Dream Dentistry.
Let me take a selfie.
Also, thank you to one of our sponsors, Longview Physical and Sports Therapy, providing quality physical rehabilitation services to clients throughout Southwest Washington. A proud Black Bears partner with an exceptional combined professional experience. And
9-1-2 coming up for Cowlitz as they trail 3-1. Moving to the bottom of the third inning. Caden Parker, Ben Ziegler, and Ethan Stacy coming up against Boston Workington, who's looked good so far over his first 2 innings. First pitch to the designated hitter, runs high and in for ball number 1 to Caden Parker. Parker usually getting the start in the outfield after he was started at right field last night. Now moves to DH, the 1-0, a little too far outside with the fastball from Workington, and it's 2-0. Pitch. Fastball, high chopper up the middle. Ranging over is the shortstop Fitzsimmons. He gloves it. The throw on the run beats Parker by a step as he's retired with the 6-3 putout. As a lineup card will turn over for the first time today for Cowlitz. It'll be the leadoff man, Ben Ziegler, who has one of the Black Bears' 2 hits so far today, as that's the first leadoff man not to reach for Cowlitz here this evening. 1 out and nobody on. You're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. In a 3-1 ball game in favor of Kamloops, the Black Bears looking to come from behind for the 3rd straight game. First pitch to Ziegler all the way sent to the backstop as he's ahead in the count 1-0. He singled his first time up. Came in to score Cowlitz's only run so far today. Looking to jumpstart this offense. The 1-0 pitch. A breaking ball on the inside corner called for strike number 1. Ziegler, the Yavapai Community College product. At .397 for him this past year. The 1-1, another backdoor breaker. This one called a strike on the outside corner as the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Second team all-conference and second team all-region as well at Yavapai this past season. The 1-2, fastball misses down and in. A nice pitch sequence there from Brandon Workington. Went outside with the soft stuff and then tried to come inside and bust him with the fastball. The 2-2, a breaking ball, rolled over up the first base line. It's going to stay fair as Beatty will glove it and he'll win the foot race for out number 2. So now 5 straight retired by Boston Workington, as that will bring up the second baseman, Ethan Stacy.
From Lower Columbia College.
He digs in from the left side with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The first pitch. A breaker misses outside in the right-handed batter's box. Stacy's ahead of the count 1-0. Grounded out his first time up. Did a job, though, as he moved Ziegler over to 3rd. The 1-0 runs inside behind him with the fastball all the way to the backstop. 2-0 now the count. A good hitter's count here for Ethan Stacy. The LCC product, the walk-off single last night in the 11th. The 2-0. Breaking ball as he goes chasing at it. It's 2-1. A good pitch there from Workington. So you got it right to the back foot of the lefty. 2-1 pitch. Another breaking ball. This one misses a little low for Chris Castro's liking. And the count moves to 3-1. Workington working quickly, the 3-1 pitch, a fastball high on the infield, coming over as Fitzsimmons. He'll glove it, toss it over to first, and that will do it for the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're through 3 here in Longview, with the Black Bears trailing 3-1 against Kamloops. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
For another activity here at the end of the 3rd. It's the grocery shopping race. Jenna, tell us all about it.
All right, so for this game, we have Sophia and Emery. And what they're going to try and do here is they each have a shopping cart. And they're just going to try and race down here and grab as many balls as they can until they're all gone and race back. The person with the most balls in their cart at the end wins. Are you guys ready? On your marks, get set, go. Alrighty, let me see who won. I think Emery won this round. Thank you guys for playing. Back to you, Luke.
Thanks, Jenna, and congratulations, Emery. Jenna, box out move for the ages. And a special thank you to Drew's Grocery and Service. When traveling Spirit Lake Highway, stop by Drew's Grocery for the food, beverages, and now serving Chevron gas you're looking for. See the weekly ad at familyfoodstores.com/Doodle.
3-1 your score going to the top of the 4th here at Story Field on an overcast night here in Longview. Here's Marshall Louise. The first pitch from Andrew Del Biagio bounces a couple feet in front of a home plate as the count moves to 1-0. Is a nice day here in Longview this morning into the early afternoon. Sunny skies. The 1-0 pitch, a breaking ball on the inside corner, called for strike number 1. Clouds started rolling probably about 3, 4 o'clock here in Longview today as it sets us with an overcast setting here this evening. The 1-1 fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. It's a beautiful day here in Longview, really around the whole surrounding area as well. I actually had the chance to go up to Mount St. Helens here earlier today, coming in from the East Coast. Never been up here to the Northwest before. Had to go check out Mount St. Helens. What a sight to see. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses outside. Counts even at 2-2. Was told today that today was really the first nice day to get up and get out to Mount St. Helens with the weather and the clouds and with how it's been here in the Northwest. The 2-2 fastball. This one hit sharply into left center. It's going to get down for a base hit as Marshall Louise now, he's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. So the leadoff man on here, much like the second inning for Kamloops, as that's the first batter to reach in the last 5 for the NorthPaws. Was told that the Johnston Observatory was open at Mount St. Helens. Only the second day it's been open here this year. First pitch to Angus State. Called a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. 3-1 your score in the top of the 4th inning. 7 hits already for Kamloops after they only had 8 last night in 11 innings. The 1 from Del Biagio, a little too far outside, evens out the count at 1-1. State grounded into a 4-3 double play. He bounced one right up the middle to Ethan Stacy, who was playing up the middle at double play depth. But from there, 2 runs coming to score with 2 outs for Kamloops in that top of the 2nd. The 1-1. Breaking ball, cut on and miss. It's 1-2. Del Biagio had State swinging a sword. We've seen that breaking ball featured a lot from the Linfield University product. Really seems like his go-to pitch when he needs to either get a pitch or get ahead in the count. 1-2 the count with no outs and a runner on first. Del Biagio set at the chest. The pitch. Breaking ball once again. This one down and away. A nice block by Albrecht behind the plate. But the count moves to 2-2 here to the 7-hitter for Kamloops this evening. State, the senior from Palo Alto, Moorhead State product. He's now 4 for his first 19 for Kamloops this season. A long pause, the 2-2. Breaker, that's shot back to the screen. And so we'll do it again at 2-2. 5 strikeouts for Andrew Del Biagio so far this evening, as he's bounced back after his first appearance in a Black Bears uniform back on Wednesday in Ridgefield. Small lead over at first for the catcher, Louise, the 2-2. Fastball popped up into shallow center field. Ben Ziegler doesn't have to move very much as he'll glide over to his left, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. So that will bring up Mike Fitzsimmons with 1 gone in the top of the 4th inning. A runner aboard over at first. Cowlitz looking to come from behind in their 3rd straight game after coming from behind 3 separate times back on Sunday in game number 2 of the 7-inning doubleheader against Springfield in that rubber game. And then they came from behind from 5 runs down last night on opening day here at Storyfield. First pitch to Fitzsimmons, and he chases a curveball outside for strike number 1. Fitzsimmons brought in the first run for Kamloops in this game with an RBI single. Then he came in to score on a Ty Severman 2 RBI single. The 0-1. Fastball in the dirt. A nice block by Albrecht behind the plate. Camp moves to a ball and a strike. Fitzsimmons, the junior from Chilliwack, British Columbia. 2 for his first 11 with an RBI. 1-1. Breaker popped up and out of play as the count moves to 1-2. Fitzsimmons' first start since game number 2 on Saturday, which he went 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a strikeout. 1-2 the count with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Del Biagio comes set at the chest. 1-2. Breaking ball once again downstairs. Counts even at 2-2. Tommy Green, the second baseman, is on deck. He ripped a double his last time up and came in to score Kamloops' 3rd run. 2-2. Breaking ball got him, swung in for strike number 3. He went back to the bread and butter and got Fitzsimmons to chase it. Now the 6th strikeout for Andrew Del Biagio here this evening, and it comes in the 4th. So that'll bring up Tommy Green, the second baseman. 1 for 1 so far today with the double. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 3-1 your score in favor of the NorthPaws. Green now with 2 hits so far in this series with a pair of RBIs. He digs in from the right side. First pitch. Another breaker, chop foul up the third base line. And it's 0-1. Green 1 for 5 yesterday after going 1 for 2 back on Sunday in the game that ended up getting called in the 3rd inning. Kamloops was leading 5-2 over the Port Angeles lefties before Mother Nature came knocking. 1. Another breaker in the dirt. This one bounces a few feet in front of home plate, and Albrecht has to slide over to his right to block it. Green hit .274 over 55 games for Oakland University this past season. 4 doubles, a pair of triples, and 4 home runs as well. The 1-1. Fastball. Good spot to live if you're Andrew Del Biagio, but he doesn't get the call from Chris Castro as it's 2-1. Green transferred in from Cuesta College, JUCO in San Luis Obispo, California. Sister plays volleyball at Douglas College as the 2-1, another breaker. As Albrecht's able to knock it down, it pops up in the air, and he can't hold on to it as Marshall Louise is going to take second. As the count goes to 3-1, so runner in scoring position now for Tommy Green. He had 19 RBIs for Oakland this past season. Oakland lost in the Horizon League Championship to Wright State. 24-0 on May 28th in the championship series. 3-1, fastball, called a strike on the outside corner. Count has run full as Tommy Green thought it was ball number 4, but now will have to step back into the batter's box on the full count. Tommy Green's cousin, Taylor Green, was actually drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers back in the 2005 MLB draft. So a good lineage of athletes in Tommy Green's family. Del Biagio looking for the punch-out payoff pitch. Breaking ball outside, and he lost him. So a 2-out walk issued by Andrew Del Biagio, as that's going to flip the lineup card over for the 3rd time today as Alan Embry makes his way out of the third base dugout, and it looks like he's going to make an early call to the bullpen. So 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning, and that's going to be it for Andrew Del Biagio. He leaves runners on 1st and 2nd, as we'll have a new arm coming into the game when we come back. 3-1 your score in favor of Kamloops in the top of the 4th inning. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com.
Folks, give a hand for Andrew Del Biagio. And your attention, please. Now on the mound for the Cowlitz Black Bears. From Lower Columbia College, number 10, Michael Schwartz.
3-1 your score in the top of the fourth inning with 2 outs and 2 on, as Alan Embry has made a call to the bullpen after Andrew Del Biagio leaves the game after 3 2/3, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. That's his partial line. He's given up 3 runs so far, and he's responsible for the 2 runners on base. He gives way to the LCC product, the 6'2" freshman from Spokane, Michael Schwartz, will be making his first appearance for the Black Bears in 2022 through 77 2/3 innings with the Red Devils this past season with a 2.20 ERA. The southpaw now making his first appearance after walking 28 and striking out 79 for LCC. The first pitch, a break him all, misses down and away for ball number 1 to the leadoff man, Ty Sifferman, who picked up a pair of RBIs on a single back in the second to give Kamloops the 3-1 lead. 2 outs in the top of the fourth inning. Schwartz comes set at the belt, the 1-0. Fastball in the dirt. A nice block by Albrecht once again as it's 2-0. Longest outing of the year for Michael Schwartz came on March 19th when 8 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts in a 2-1 ball game. 2-0. Fastball runs down and in. 3-0 now to the leadoff man, Ty Sifferman. Third base is open, and Hunter Swap on deck, who's 0 for 2. Schwartz has to come to him, the 3-0. Fastball called a strike on the inside corner at the knees. Camp moves to 3 balls and a strike. Sifferman 1 for 2 on the day. The strikeout back in the first to lead off the game, then the single an inning later. Louise on second, Tommy Green on at first, the 3-1. Fastball on the inside corner for strike number 2. Ty Sifferman thought it was ball number 4. He tossed the bat over towards the first base dugout, but now he's going to have to come back in. So 3-2 the count with 2 outs on the top of the fourth inning. Insurance runs standing on the base paths for Kamloops here. The runners will be going on the payoff pitch. Schwartz comes set at the belt. 3-2. Fastball. This one popped up into right field. Sam Canton ranging over. He'll make the catch, and the side is retired. So Kamloops, they threaten here in the top of the fourth inning where they score no runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2 runners on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth here at Story Field. 3-1 Kamloops over Cowlitz. You're listening to Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com.
Take this moment to thank our military and first responders for their service. If you are active military or a veteran, law enforcement, fire, or medical personnel, please rise and be recognized here tonight. Fans, give them some love. Thank you so much to our heroes everywhere. And thank you to another one of our sponsors, the American Workforce Group. The American Workforce Group is positively impacting people in our community by placing motivated, qualified individuals at great places to work. American Workforce Group, built on relationships, backed by integrity. Call 360-200-4900. That's 360-200-4900 for the American Workforce Group. Batting for the Cowlitz Black Bears, the first baseman from Ventura College.
3-1 bottom 4 at Story Field. John Olson, Callan Halverson, and Brock Bozette, 3, 4, and 5 up for the Black Bears here against Boston Warkentin. First pitch to Olson. A fastball that goes through the first baseman, Zach Beatty, into right field for a base hit. We're going to have to see how they score that. Beatty was right there, but couldn't play it on the short hop. But the leadoff man is on now for Cowlitz in the bottom of the 4th inning, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate, Callan Halverson, and they are going to call it a hit. So John Olson now a hit in each of his first 5 games for the Black Bears as he continues to stay hot, as he now moves to 13 for 18 here early on this season. That'll bring in Callan Halverson, a bounce out back to Workington, back in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Halverson. He lays off the high heater as the count goes to 1-0. Halverson, the sophomore from Guthrie, Oklahoma, heading to Utah Valley this coming fall after spending the past couple of seasons at Northern Oklahoma Enid. The 1-0, a front door breaking ball called for a strike as it evens out the count at 1. A double, a pair of RBIs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts to Halverson's line so far. The 1-1. This is downstairs with the off-speed pitch as Halverson's back at in the count 2-1. Halverson 1 for 6 yesterday with a double and 3 strikeouts. Came in to score the tying run in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch, fastball. This one laced through the left side for a base hit. Halverson now with a hit in each of his first 5 games, as the first 2 are on for Cowlitz in the bottom of the 4th inning. Now bring in Brock Bozette. So the tying run standing now at first base as Bozette digs in after a single in his first plate appearance to lead off the 2nd inning. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called a strike on the inside corner. Workington only giving up 1 run on 4 hits so far. Went 6 innings in his first start against Edmonton back on June 2nd. The 0-1. Another breaker. This one lifted into right center. On the run is Chenier Rondeau. He'll make the catch. Tagging up from second is Olson. The throw will be cut off as now will be runners on the corners for the Black Bears after a productive out for Brock Bozette. As now a run stands 90 feet away for Sam Canton.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together.
So 1 gone, and runners on the corners in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 your score here between Cowlitz and Kamloops. The Black Bears trying to cut into this 2-run deficit. Righty on lefty matchup as a quick look over, and Halverson has him back in with a half dive. Not a big lead over for Halverson over at first, as now he gets off the bag. Olson on at third with Sam Cann at the plate, the freshman from Port Orchard, Washington. First pitch, a breaking ball, called a strike. It's 0-1. We've seen Boston Workington, when he needs a strike, he goes to that curveball, especially against the lefty. He loves throwing the backdoor breaker. That's never a strike until the last second. The 0-1 pitch. A half-hearted swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did, says Isaac McAllister on the back foot breaking ball to Canton, and it's 0-2. Workington, especially against lefties, has really done a good job throwing that curveball to the back foot. Looks like a strike the whole way and ends up just a little too far inside. The 0-2, a fastball. This one hit sharply through the right side for a base hit. John Olson will score from third as Sam Canton picks up his first hit and his first RBI as a Black Bear. It's 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th. After 2 straight breaking balls from Workington, Sam Canton gets a heater on the inside corner, and he doesn't miss it, as that's going to bring in Matthew Schwartz, the brother of now the pitcher in the game for Cowlitz, and Michael. First pitch, a breaking ball skips away from Louise all the way over towards the first base dugout, as both runners will advance 90 feet as the tying run stands on third and Halverson, and the go-ahead run and Canton on at second. So 2 runners in scoring position for Schwartz, who flew out his first time up. He could take that right here with the speed of Halverson over at third base to tag up. 3-2 your score in the bottom of the 4th with 1 out and runners in scoring position. 1-0. Another curveball. This one well outside in the left-handed batter's box as it counts quickly 2-0 to Schwartz. So a good count for the hitter and Matthew Schwartz, the sophomore from LCC. 1 for 6 last night, the 2-0. Fastball runs down and away, 3-0 now the count. Schwartz now has to be smart at the plate, needs to see his pitch. The infield playing back here in a one-run game in the bottom of the fourth. The 3-0. Fastball right down Broadway for strike number 1. Still early on in this game, but still you might think that Kamloops would think about bringing the infield in. They keep him back, the 3-1. Curveball misses inside, and it's a 5-pitch walk issued to Matthew Schwartz. That will load the bases. The first walk of the day issued by Workington. And that's going to bring up Louis Albrecht with the bases loaded.
Now batting the catcher, number 2, Louis Albrecht.
So Albrecht will dig in. The sophomore going to Central Arizona this fall, the JUCO national champions. Hit the ball sharply his first time up or grounded out to Mike Fitzsimmons. The first pitch to the catcher. A check swing, and they're going to say you went around. Chris Castro doesn't even peel out to Isaac McAllister as the count goes to 0-1. Albrecht 0 for 4 early on in this season after going 0 for 3 on Sunday in game number 1, the 4-2 loss for the Black Bears. The 0-1. Another curveball. This one called a strike on the outer half as Albrecht will have to protect down in the count 0-2. The JUCO World Series just wrapping up. Super Regionals getting ready to go, and the men's NCAA tournament. The 0-2, a fastball well outside as Louise just able to get enough of it to knock it down in front of him. No advance from Halverson trying to crash for home. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And also the Women's College World Series. They're in the final 3-game series between Texas and Oklahoma. How about that? A little Red River rivalry with the ultimate bragging rights, but Oklahoma 57-3 this season. The 1-2, high chopper and foul over towards Caden Parker in the on-deck circle, and we'll do it again. 60 games, and you only lose 3. That's one way to do it. Oklahoma looking for a national championship against Texas, who went 47-20-1 over the season. 1-2. In the dirt, skipped away from Louise. Here comes Halverson to the plate. The toss to home is going to be in time, but the ball bounces out of the glove of Workington as he can't hang on to it with Halverson sliding in, and we're tied up at 3 in the bottom of the 4th.
And we are tied.
Workington did a nice job covering home plate, but Callan Halverson's slide knocked the ball out of his glove in the right field bullpen for the NorthPaws. As now we'll have the mound visit. We give you a good time to remind you that tomorrow's Fiber Family Wednesday here at Story Field. $5 off tickets purchased at the gate if you show your Fiber Federal Credit Union card. It was free baseball last night. Might as well be free baseball tomorrow as well, thanks to Fiber Federal Credit Union. 3-3 your score in the bottom of the 4th inning. Still only 1 out with the bases full of Black Bears and Caden Parker, the designated hitter, with the chance. Parker will look now to come through. The Clark College Penguin went 1 for 2 last night. 2 walks. Is also hit twice as well and came in to score twice last night. 2 of the 6 runs was the winning run in the bottom of the 11th inning in that marathon last night in the home opener for the Black Bears in 2022. So 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2 runs already in. The first pitch, fastball, and he's right on it as he sends it back to the screen. He's down in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Parker grounded out to Mike Fitzsimmons to lead off the bottom of the 3rd. Last night he reached and became the winning run after he was hit by a pitch. The 0-1 curveball outside, counts even at 1-1. You can see that the breaking ball ended up in the same spot against the past couple of batters for Boston Workington. He comes set, the 1-1. Fastball, this one ripped down the right field line, and this one's going to slice just foul over towards the Kamloops bullpen. It's 1-2, and Parker will have to protect. Cowlitz 3 runs on 5 hits here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 11 hits last night for the Black Bears after they've been in double digits in the hit category in 3 of their first 4 games. 1-2. Another curveball, a little too far outside from the right-hander. Evens the count back up. Parker with 34 RBIs this past season for Clark. South Region first team All-NWAC for the Westland, Oregon native. The pitch. Got him looking on the inside corner with the front door breaking ball. A big strikeout there for Boston Workington, and there's 2 away. So that'll bring up the leadoff man, Ben Ziegler, with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, a tie ball game. Canton at third, Schwartz at second, Albrecht over at first, with the center fielder digging in from the left side. First pitch is a curveball called a strike on the inside corner. Workington has really thrown that breaking ball inside against lefties at the plate. They'll start it over the heart of the plate and it'll drop to their back foot. The 0-1. Another breaker, and Ziegler just taps it foul. It's 0-2. 2 runs on 3 hits in this bottom of the 4th inning for Cowlitz. Ziegler, he's 1 for 2 on the day, a leadoff single in the first. The 0-2 pitch, fastball got him swinging for strike number 3. So Boston Workington able to escape a jam with limited damage as Cowlitz, they leave the bases loaded for the 4th time this series. They score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases juiced. Through 4 full here in Longview, tied up at 3 between Kamloops and Cowlitz. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com.
So for this game, we have a 3-legged race. So we have Emmeline and Emery versus Scotland and Cash. So all they got to do is attach 2 of their legs together with these bands and race all the way down to Corby. First one to Corby wins. Are you guys ready? On your marks, get set, go.
We have an apparatus malfunction. Get it going. There we go. Show them some love, fans. Corby, would you stop backing up? Look at the hustle at the end.
Great job. So Emery and Emmeline win this round. Great job, Scotland and Cash. Thank you all for participating. Hitting it back to you, Luke.
Thank you so much, Jenna. Wonderful job. And now batting for the NorthPaws, left fielder number 36, Hunter Swap.
3-3 your score going to the top of the 5th here at Story Field in Longview. 2-3 and 4 up for Kamloops against Michael Schwartz back out on the mound. First pitch, a fastball called a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Final line on Andrew Del Biagio, 3 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts for the Linfield University. 0-1. A little too far outside with the heater. Counts even at 1-1 to Swap, who's 0 for 2 on the day. Ground out in the first and then struck out to end the second. That's the only inning that Kamloops has scored here over the first 4. 1-1, high and away with the heater. It's 2 balls and a strike now to the left fielder. Schwartz coming in, trying to work through his first full inning as the pitch misses down and in. Count goes to 3-1. Schwartz this past season, 14 appearances, 13 starts for LCC. 77 2/3 innings pitched, 23 runs to 19 earned. 3-1, cut on and miss. Looked like Schwartz took a little off that one, and the count has run full. Control a big thing for Schwartz. 28 walks to 79 strikeouts, and opponents hit 206 against him. As his brother Matthew playing over at short, the payoff pitch cut on him. Miss. First strike number 3. First strikeout of the day for Michael Schwartz. Now the 7th between him and Andrew Del Biagio. And the leadoff man is gone here in the top of the 5th inning.
And now batting for Cam Loops, the right fielder, number 29.
So that will bring in Felix Chenier-Rondeau, the junior from Blainville, Quebec. He's 1 for 2 so far today. The first pitch. Breaking ball, runs inside and it clips his jersey as he's going to be on as he's hit by a pitch. So I'll put a man on with 1 gone for Zach Beatty.
Now batting the first baseman, number
So 1 out in the top of the 5th inning as Zach Beatty is set to dig in. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. He was part of that 3rd inning where Andrew Del Biagio, he struck out the side. The southpaw comes set, working from the stretch. The first pitch. Fastball. This one sent a mile in the air out to right center. Ziegler on the run towards the track, looking up, and this one's gone. Zach Beatty puts it over the right center field wall, his 2nd home run for Kamloops this season, and it's 5-3 in favor of the visitors. Fastball left out over the heart of the plate, and Beatty does a nice job going the other way with it. As Kamloops responds right back, and they regain the 2-run lead in the top of the 5th inning. First home run given up in league play this season by the Black Bears. 387 to center here at Story Field with 326 down the right field line. So you have to get a lot of that one to get it out, especially with the high wall as well. First pitch coming in to Tyrell Chadwick, and he fouls it back towards the backstop as the count goes to 0-1. So Kamloops responds right back as Michael Schwartz not able to get the shutdown inning here in the top of the 5th. 0-1 the count with 1 out. Schwartz set the pitch. Fastball cut on and miss as Chadwick can't catch up to the heater. It's 0-2. Tyrell Chadwick in Illinois State this fall. He's 1 for 2 on the day, a single in his first AB, and then struck out looking to end the 3rd. 0-2 the count. The pitch, a little too far outside as the count moves to 1-2. Chadwick so far this season at the plate, he's now 3 for his first 12 at the dish. The 1-2 pitch, cut on him, missed for strike number 3. Second strikeout for Michael Schwartz as he pulls the string on Chadwick, and there's 2 gone in the top of the 5th. So that'll bring up Marshall Louise, the senior from Surrey, British Columbia. Goes to Jackson State in the SWAC. Jackson State this past year went 29-27, which Louise hit 152 with a double and 9 RBIs. First pitch, a little high with the heater from Schwartz as Louise is ahead in the count 1-0. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles. Jackson State obviously an HBCU, the 1-0. Fastball misses down and away. Count moves to 2-0. Football program, primetime. Dion, the head coach of the football program. They got one of the top recruits in college football, stole him from Florida State. Name evading me right now, but one of the most highly talented prospects is the 2-0. Fastball called a strike on the inside corner, even though Albert can't hold on to it. Count moves to 2-1, but Jackson State 29-27 this year, went 2-0 in the SWAC tournament. But last year, Jackson State went 24-0 in conference play. Louise hit 259 for the Tigers, but they ended up losing in the SWAC championship 2-1. Off-speed pitch called a strike on the outside corner. Counts even at 2-2. Louise, the 152 average this past year, career 227 hitter over 4 years with the Tigers. Alabama State ended up winning the SWAC this past season. They went to Knoxville. 2-2. Chopped on the left side. Charging in is Schwartz. He'll toss over to first as he'll help out his brother to end the top of the 5th inning. But Kamloops, they're able to regain the lead on the 2-run shot by Zach Beatty. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors. And they leave no runners on base. We're halfway home here at Story Field. It's 5-3 in favor of Kamloops. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com.
Get in there, Corby. Free pizza to whoever can make the most noise. And we have a winner. Only fair that Corby gives a pizza over to the Corby Sweets. Hey, now be nice. Be nice, Corby. Thank you so much to Bernie's Pizza for being a sponsor and helping to feed some of our hungry fans. Your attention, please, now on the mound for the Kamloops NorthPaws, number 35, Rory Lampy. And now batting for the Black Bears, the second baseman, number 8.
5-3 your score going to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Story Field. As a new arm into the game, Rory Lampy, the left-hander. First pitch, fastball called a strike to Ethan Stacy. It's 0-1. Lampy takes over for Boston Workington after 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Though 1 fastball, this one lifted into left field. Coming in is the left fielder Hunter Swap, and he'll make the catch on the line for out number 1 as Stacy now 0 for 3 here today. Complete the line on Workington, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts as well. Rory Lampy, the Mount Hood product, 14 appearances this past year, 3-2, had a save through 18 1/3 innings pitch, a 4.42 ERA with 13 strikeouts compared to 3 walks. That will bring up the first baseman, John Olson. First pitch, off-speed pitch, called a strike on the outside corner. Olson 1 for 2 on the day. Single his last time up. He got things rolling in that bottom of the 2nd inning in which the Black Bears tied the game up, but Zach Beatty gave Kamloops the lead once again. The 0-1, a good slider, misses outside. Counts moves to 1-1. Last time that Lampy threw came on May 20th versus Big Ben as another breaker misses high and away. As Olson's ahead in the count, 2-1. Against Big Ben, went 2 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run that was earned. And he ended up picking up the loss as well. The pitch, this one hit sharply, but right to the second baseman, Tommy Green, who bobbles it, and he's not going to have a play. So John Olson's going to be aboard for the 2nd time today. You have to think that one will be called an error. As it was hit sharply, Tommy Green was there, but he couldn't handle it, as that's going to bring up Callan Halverson. So they do call it an error, so an E4, as that's going to put Halverson into the box with 1 out and a runner aboard at first, with Cowlitz trailing 5-3. Lefty on righty matchup. The southpaw delivers. Good breaking ball, calling for strike number 1. Started outside, then broke over the heart of the plate. Halverson 1 for 2, laced the single into left an inning ago. The 0-1. Breaking ball, this one popped up into right field, and Shanae Rondeau comes in and will make the catch for out number 2. As Halverson now 1 for 3 on the day. So 2-away will be Brock Bozet's turn.
And now make some noise for the third baseman.
So Cowlitz once again playing from behind, 5-3 in the bottom of the 5th. With 2 outs and a runner aboard at first. Bozet digs in. He's 1 for 2. The first pitch. Another curveball and misses outside for ball number 1. Have seen against righties at the plate. Just a steady diet of breaking balls from Rory Lampy. He comes set at the belt. The 1-0. Fastball rolled over to left side. Fitzsimmons charging in. He's going to go to second. And it's going to be Olsen by a step. And that will do it for the bottom of the 5th inning. So Cowlitz, they score no runs on no hits, 1 error, and they leave 1 runner on base. So through 5 full here at Story Field, it's 5-3. Kamloops over Cowlitz. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball on Mixler.com.
And Corby and Jenna are out there representing. What do we got going, Jenna?
All right, so for the final game of the night, we have the duck race. So for this one, all the kids are going to do is race down to Corby.
No, I didn't.
Go
No,
Corby
really?
and come back down here.
Oh, wow.
Ready? On your
Oh, wow.
marks,
That's
get set,
something.
Go.
That's something.
We missed something with the K-18 being gone last year. I missed it.
Yeah. Well, you just gave me what to talk about for this next half
Now
inning.
make your way back.
You just gave me what to talk about for this next half inning. My God, Corby's just dusting those kids.
All right, and our winner is Desmond. Thank you guys so much for participating, and thank you to all the participants in the game tonight. Handing it off to you, Luke.
Thank you, Jenna. Congratulations to Desmond and Corby.
Welcome back to Story Field. Going to the top of the 6th here in Longview, 5-3 in favor of Kamloops. As Michael Schwartz back out, working into his 2nd full inning. Gave up the home run to Zach Beatty back in the 5th, as it'll be 7, 8, and 9. Angus State, Mike Fitzsimmons, and Tommy Green. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Kamloops. Lefty on righty matchup, the first pitch. A fastball, half-hearted swing. And they'll peel down to first, and they're going to say he did not go around, so it goes to 1-0. After the home run for Kamloops, Zach Beatty ended up getting the denim jacket. A home run celebration, home run tradition started by Kamloops, the 1-0. Fastball cut on and miss, counts even at 1-1. Started the new trend in collegiate baseball, these home run celebrations. Started really with Virginia Tech. They brought out a sledgehammer at the start of the 2021 season. Every time they hit a home run, the 1-1, a fastball called a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2. They would break out the sledgehammer. Whole team would huddle around. They would toss whoever just hit it. The sledgehammer, they would throw it down. Pittsburgh has a mini hoop, a Space Jam mini hoop. Then after a home run, as the 1-2 misses outside, counts even at 2-2. They would go up there, try to do their best dunk. The Miami Hurricanes taking after the Boston Red Sox with the home run cart, the laundry cart that they would ride down. A 2-2 pitch. Fastball runs down and in. Count has run full to Angus State, who's 0 for 2 on the day. But from there, the Miami Hurricanes took that from the Boston Red Sox. Alex Cora, of course, the manager for the Red Sox, a Miami Hurricane, after he played back in the 90s. In South Florida. Payoff pitch. Fastball. This one rocketed into left center. On the run is Ziegler. He's turning around, and this one's gone. Angus State got all of that one and then some as he put it right over the legendary coach's sign on top of the shed in left center. His first home run of the year as Kamloops is doubling up Cowlitz here in the top of the 6th. Second home run given up by Michael Schwartz.
And now batting for the NorthPaws, the shortstop.
As after this game got tied up in the bottom of the 4th, 3 unanswered runs via the long ball for this Kamloops team. Second time they get the denim jacket here today as Mike Fitzsimmons, the shortstop, will dig in. 6-3 your score in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch. Fastball misses above the letters. It's 1-0 to the shortstop. I see a lot of teams in college baseball as well. They start to break out chains as well. The 1-0. Fastball misses down and rather called a strike on the inside corner. Counts even at 1-1. This whole evolution of the celebration football when a turnover is forced, the 1-1. Fastball, this one off the end of the bat in a shallow center field. Ziegler coming on will make the catch in the right center field gap for out number 1. Started in college football, has made the way to college baseball. And it's only after things that happen, it's not an every inning occurrence or every quarter, every half occurrence in college football. Now started by Miami as well with the turnover chain. You've seen Georgia now come through with the shoulder pads with spikes coming out of it. The Bulldogs of Georgia, the defending national champions in college football, as the first pitch to Tommy Green is sent in the air pretty deep out to right field. Going back towards the track is Canton, and he'll make the catch a few steps in front of the wall. And there's out number 2. So a lot of hard contact off of the bats of Kamloops against Michael Schwartz. But there's now 2 away in the top of the 6th. But now Miami, the team that actually started the whole turnover chain, the turnover concept for college football, they got rid of it this year with Mario Cristobal moving from Oregon down to Miami, back to Miami for Cristobal as the first pitch to Ty Sifferman's called a strike on the outside corner. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. 6-3 your score in favor of the NorthPaws over Cowlitz here in game number 2 of this series. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball ripped down the right field line, but foul, and it's 0-2. So the denim jacket has been broken out twice here today so far for Kamloops. Be interesting to see if any of the other teams in the West Coast League have a home run celebration. The 0-2, curveball in the dirt as the Kamloops to a ball and 2 strikes. Sifferman 1 for 3 on the day. Single back in the second, a strikeout and a flyout as well. He brought in 2 runs with the RBI single to give Kamloops the 3-1 lead at the time. The 1-2 from Schwartz. Fastball, when he's a little late on it, was able to get a piece of it. So we'll do it again at 1-2. Sifferman, the junior from Chandler, Arizona, a Grand Canyon Antelope. They ended up losing in 2 games in the Stillwater Regional. They dropped their first game against Arkansas, and then they dropped game number 2 to Missouri State. The 1-2 on a nice battle by Sifferman, just able to get a piece of it on a pretty good pitch by Michael Schwartz. Sifferman played in both games of the doubleheader back on Saturday. Did not play yesterday after he picked up 3 hits on Saturday. Also went 4 for 4 on stolen bases. The 1-2, a breaking ball in the dirt. Bounces off a home plate. Counts even at 2-2. Played 8 games for Grand Canyon this past year. .250 average. Came in to score as well. Played in 6 games in 2021. Made 3 starts back in the COVID year 2020. Played for the Springfield Sliders in the Prospect League last year. 2-2, got him chasing on the high and outside fastball, and that will retire the side in the top of the 6th inning, but not until Angus State extends the Kamloops lead to 3 on the solo shot. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th at Story Field. It's Kamloops 6, and it's Cowlitz 3. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
Federal Credit Union on Facebook to keep up with credit union events and promotions. And make sure you bloom brighter with cash back on every purchase by using your LCU signature credit card when you travel. Stop by and see a loan representative to apply. We have our winners for the 2 baskets for the adult dinner basket. The winning number was 36 gumballs, and your winner is Kenzie Abbott. So, Kenzie Abbott, please report to the white tent on the left field line to claim your prize. And for the kid basket winner, well, their name was Azzy. The winning number was 44. So, Azzy, please get over to the white tent and claim your prize. And a special thank you to Lower Columbia Longshore Federal Credit Union for sponsoring today's $3 days and all season long.
Here in Longview, it will be 6, 7, and 8 coming up for Cowlitz against Rory Lamp, who's back out for his second inning of work in relief. Brendan Riley here at Story Field, bringing all the action here this evening. First pitch runs inside, and it hits Canton. This will be on for the second time today, a breaking ball that never broke, as the leadoff man is now on for the Black Bears. That'll bring up Matthew Schwartz now. Was trying to come through and help out his brother. Pitcher of record right now for Cowlitz.
Number 4, Matthew Schwartz.
As Schwartz will dig in. Walk back in the fourth after a fly out in the second. Good lead over at first for Sam Canton. The first pitch. Schwartz shows bunt and he pulls it back. It's called for a ball as he's ahead in the count 1-0. And they're actually going to call it balk. Isaac McAllister calls it balk on Rory Lamp, as that's going to give Sam Canton second base. So the pitch doesn't count, as we'll now have a new count. No balls and no strikes. The Schwartz with a runner in scoring position for the Black Bears. Lefty on righty matchup. First pitch. A curveball called a strike. It looked like the catcher Louise and Lamp weren't on the same page with the signs, but it didn't matter as it was called a strike. It looked like Louise was expecting a fastball, but he got the breaking ball instead, and Chris Castro makes the call. Lamp set at the belt, takes a look back at Canton on second, the 0-1. Fastball, he's out in front of it. It's 0-2. Schwartz looking for his second hit as a Black Bear this season, after hitting .265 a year ago here in the West Coast League over the summer. The 0-2. A little too far outside. This one ends up in the left-handed batter's box. And Schwartz back in the count at 1-2. Only 5 hits for the Black Bears over the first 5 innings. And 3 runs to show for it. After they've reached the double-digit mark in one of their 3 of their first 4 games. The only one being the first game of the 7-inning doubleheader. The 1-2. Breaking ball. Chop foul over towards Skylar Manelski, the pitcher who threw last night. One of them for Cowlitz. He's over at first base coaching tonight as the Black Bears still await Shane McCarroll, who's with Oregon State on their staff, so he won't probably be here until Oregon State either loses or wins it all. The 1-2. Curveball. Got him looking on the outside corner for strike number 3. First strikeout of the day for Rory Lamp. And there's one away in the bottom of the 6th. That curveball has really been Lamp's go-to pitch. And it's shown there as he drops it in on the outer half. And that's going to bring in Louis Albrecht. 1 out and a runner on second, with Cowlitz chasing 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Albrecht with 2 good at-bats today. He's 0 for 1. A hard ground out in the second and then walked on a full count in the 4th. First pitch he sees. He's swinging. He rips this one into right center field, and this one's going to get down for a base hit. Coming in to score easily from second is Ken. As Albrecht's thinking 3, he takes a big turn and is heading for third. Here comes the relay throw, and he's in there with the head first dive to third. How about that for your first hit as a Black Bear, Louis Albrecht? An RBI triple, and it's a 2-run game in the bottom of the 6th. Just raw power for the future Central Arizona player as he rips that one to the base of the wall in right center and shows off the wheels as well, as now he stands 90 feet away with Caden Parker coming up to the plate. Parker's 0 for 2, a ground out and a strikeout. First pitch, another backdoor breaker, and it's called a strike. It's 0-1. Albrecht got that pitch over the outside half, and he ripped it right to the Fiber Federal Credit Union sign in right center. 6-4 your score in the bottom of the 6th, the 0-1. Another curveball, this one well outside. A ball and a strike to the designated hitter for Cowlitz here today, the freshman from Westland, Oregon. 1 for 2 last night with 2 walks, was hit by a pitch twice as well. He's 3 for his first 11 with the Black Bears this season. The 1-1. Curveball, chop foul over towards Ben Ziegler in the on-deck circle, and it's 1-2. Corners are in, rather, the third baseman, Angus State, playing even with the bag. The middle infield playing back with the first baseman, Zach Beatty, playing about 5 steps behind first base. 1-2 the count with 1 out. The pitch, a fastball, misses high and away. Counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Parker. He came up with the bases loaded back in the 4th. He ended up being rung up by home plate umpire Chris Castro. 2-2 pitch. Another curveball. Misses outside. He tried to get the outside corner, but a little too far off the plate for Chris Castro, and the count is run full to the 9-hitter for Cowlitz. Ben Ziegler, the center fielder, is on deck. Payoff pitch. Another breaker. This one misses outside, and Caden Parker are able to draw the full count walk. It's going to put runners on the corners with 1 away for the top of the order for the Black Bears. It will be Ben Ziegler to dig in from the left side to face off against Lamp for the first time today. He's the only Black Bears hitter not to face him yet, as Lamp came in relief for Boston Workington. 1 out, runners on the corners. A good lead for Caden Parker over at first. The first pitch, there he goes. It's a fastball chopped through the right side for a base hit. Albrecht comes in to score. Going first to third is the runner Parker. As the throw comes in, a leap and grab by State, or else this game would have been tied. But Ben Ziegler picks up the RBI single, and it's a 1-run game in the bottom of the 6th. The hit and run works to perfection, as now the tying run stands on third here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it'll be Ethan Stacy, the walk-off hero from last night. 0 for 3 on the day so far. 1 for 7 in this series. And Lant will take a look over at first as Ziegler's back in standing. Second RBI on the year for Ben Ziegler after a sacrifice fly last night, as Ethan Stacy's looking to tie this one up in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch, curveball on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Front door breaking ball from Lamp. It's really just been an arm side breaking ball with a fastball and a changeup mixed in. Stacy trying to pick up the base knock. He's due for one. The 0-1. There goes Ziegler. It doesn't matter as Ethan Stacy is plunked. So the bases will now be loaded for John Olson. Second hit batsman of the inning for Lamp. He hit the leadoff man, Sam Canton. And now he loads the bases with the hit by pitch. And it'll be John Olson. Olson 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. He picked it up in the first on a ground out. That brought in Ben Ziegler to score the game's first run. First pitch, a curveball on the outer half. It's 0-1. Olson now with 8 RBIs in this game, as now some action getting going in both bullpens in a 1-run ball game. The pitch, another curveball. This one a little too far outside as it counts even at a ball and a strike. A right-hander warming up for the Black Bears. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 1 out and the bases loaded in a 1-run ball game. The 1-1 pitch, fastball below the knees. Olson ahead in the count, 2-1. He grounded out, picked up the RBI in the first, then singled and came in to score the Black Bears' second run in the 4th before reaching on an error, the only error of this game so far, an inning ago. The 2-1. Fastball, he chases the high heater. It's 2-2. Olson, 38 RBIs this past year with Ventura College, the JUCO in the Western State Conference in Ventura, California. Finds itself right between Oxnard and Santa Barbara. 2-2, curveball, high chopper on the left side. To second for one is Fitzsimmons. There will be no relay, as coming in the score is Caden Parker, and we are tied up at 6 in the bottom of the 6th, thanks to John Olson.
And once again, we are tied.
So he picks up his second RBI of the game, now 9 RBIs over his first 5 games. And Callan Halverson with the chance to give the Black Bears their first lead of the evening. 2 outs and runners on the corners, tied up at 6 in the bottom of the 6th. A lefty on righty matchup. The first pitch to Halverson. Once again, it's another first pitch backdoor breaking ball, calling for strike number 1. Halverson 1 for 3, a ground out in the first, and then ripped a single through the left side in the 4th before flying out to the right fielder, Felix Chenier-Rondeau. The 0-1, a curveball that he tries to go the other way with, but just a little late, and he's going to have to protect down 0-2. The 8th batter this inning for the Black Bears against Rory Lamp, who's run into some trouble here in this bottom of the 6th. The 0-2, fastball misses high and away as Lamp was trying to get Halverson to go chasing, but he lays off as he's back in the count at 1-2. Ziegler on third. Olson aboard at first. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Here it comes. A breaking ball. This one sent high in the air to left field. Hunter Swap is only going to be able to watch this one fly. Callan Halverson, a 3-run shot in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 6 spot in the bottom of the 6th, and it's 9-6 Black Bears. A no-doubter for the future Utah Valley product.
To the bullpen.
And just like that, Cowlitz has come from behind once again.
Everybody here can go to Longview Grocery Outlet and show their ticket for a free
The first
case of
home run
bottled
this
water.
season in league play for the Black Bears. Off of the bat of the Guthrie, Oklahoma native. First pitch to Brock Bozette. He laces this one. It's a leaping grab by Angus State, the third baseman, to retire the side. But what a bottom of the 6th for this Cowlitz Black Bears team. They score 6 runs on 3 hits. No errors. They leave no runners left on base. Cowlitz leading for the first time as we head to the final 3 frames. It's 9-6 Black Bears. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball on Mixlr.com.
And again, folks, a special thank you to Longview Kelso Grocery Outlet for sponsoring all of our home runs. As you can take your ticket from tonight's game to Longview Grocery Outlet tomorrow and get a free case of bottled water with any purchase. Also, thank you to Lower Columbia Longshoremen's Federal Credit Union for proudly awarding $1,000 scholarships to 4 outstanding graduating high school seniors. These students stand out for their academic, extracurricular, and community service activities. Congratulations to the winners, Maylena Charrington, Ella Hedlund, Jamie Knox, and Ashley Provost. And thank you to LCLFCU. Your attention, please, now on the mound for the Black Bears.
It's
Number
over
39,
Kamloops thanks to a
Jacob
6-run
Geiger.
bottom of the 6th, capped off by Callan Halverson with a 3-run moonshot into the left field bullpen as it's Cowlitz in the lead for the first time today. As a new arm into the game, it's making his first appearance. It's Jacob Taggart as he will deal with Hunter Swap to lead things off. The first pitch to Swap, he fouls it off on the right side. It's 0-1. Taggart, the freshman from Katy, Texas, a Dixie State product, along with another right-hander here this season for this Cowlitz Black Bears team in Ryan Hardman, the 0-1. A curveball on the inside corner. It's 0-2. A 10.02 ERA for Taggart this past season in 15 appearances. Started one game as well. 20 2/3 innings pitched, the 0-2. Breaking ball misses inside as the count moves to 1-2. 9 walks to 26 strikeouts for the former Texas 6A first team all-district honor. Also a big golfer as well, golfed in high school. 1-2. Fastball. This is down and away, check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Says first base umpire Isaac McAllister, so the count's even at 2-2 to the Kamloops left fielder Hunter Swap. Taggart, also the nephew of former MLB pitcher and Dixie State Hall of Famer Brandon Lyon. He's now trying to come in, get a shutdown inning in the top half of the 7th. The 2-2. Fastball hit well, but right to the shortstop, Matthew Schwartz. He has it, delivers a strike across the diamond for out number 1 in the 7th. So good start for Jacob Taggart and his Cowlitz Black Bears career. Give you the final line on Michael Schwartz. 2 1/3, 2 hits, 3 runs, all earned. No walks and 3 strikeouts for the LCC Red Devil, as that's going to bring in Felix Chenet Rondeau. He's been on base twice today, a single in the first, and then was hit by a pitch in the 5th. First pitch he sees. A fastball ripped to the shortstop once again in Schwartz. He has it, and he'll toss it to first. It speeds the speedster by a step. And there's 2 away here quickly in Jacob Taggart's Cowlitz debut. So I'll bring in Zach Beatty, who left the yard back in the 5th inning. A 2-run shot off of Michael Schwartz to give Kamloops a 5-3 lead at the time. They tacked on 1 more at the solo shot from Angus State, but then Cowlitz responding with a 6-run bottom of the 6th. 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 7th. The pitch, fastball fouled off of home plate umpire Chris Castro's mask. It's 0-1. General theme, it seems to be, for this Black Bears team is that the at-bats, they take until about the 3rd or 4th inning to really get going. Today, it was that 4th inning where they put up 2 runs, and they followed up with 6 in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1 from Taggart. This is down and away in the dirt. Counts even at 1-1. Beatty now with 2 home runs here early on over the first 6 games for the Maple Park, Illinois native. 1 for 3, a ground out and a strikeout to his line as well. Taggart comes set, working from the stretch. The 1-1. Fastball hit sharply past the dive of the third baseman, Brock Bozette, and this one's going to roll all the way to the corner. Beatty rounding first and heading for second as a throw comes in for Halverson, and Beatty's in there sliding. A 2-out double for Zach Beatty. He's now 2 for 4 and is halfway done with the cycle. So a runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning for Tyrell Chadwick.
Now batting the designated hitter number 38.
Kamloops now into the double digits in the hit column. Now at 10 here today. The first double of the season for Zach Beatty, as that's going to bring in the Kamloops native Tyrell Chadwick with 2 outs and a runner on second in a 9-6 ball game in the top half of the 7th inning. Chadwick 1 for 3 with a single and a pair of strikeouts. The first pitch in the righty-on-righty matchup, he shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called a strike on the outside corner as Taggart's ahead in the count 0-1. Taggart just left the 1-1 pitch a little too far over the inside corner, and Beatty was able to get the hands inside. Taggart set at the chest. Takes a look back at second, the 0-1. Fastball, Chadwick's behind on it. It's 0-2. The 2-way player heading to Illinois State this year. He's now 3 for his 13 this season so far. The starting pitcher last night in the 6-5 walk-off win for Cowlitz. The 0-2 fastball runs inside. Chadwick thought about it, had to get out of the way of it at the last second, and it's 1-2. Beautiful night as the sun's starting to go down over the left field wall. Here in Longview. Supposed to be one of the best weeks of the year so far here in Longview, Washington. The 1-2. Fastball got him swinging for strike number 3. And that retires the side in the top half of the 7th inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and Kamloops leaves 1 runner on base. Time to stretch here at Story Field. It's Cowlitz 9 and Kamloops 6. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com. Nine 6 going to the bottom of the 7th, as it will be Sam Canton, Matthew Schwartz, and Louis Albrecht to dig in against Rory Lamp, who's still back out. As the first pitch comes in, it's a breaking ball. Misses high and away for ball number 1 to Canton, who led off the bottom of the 6th inning, and a 6-run 6 for the Black Bears to take this 9-6 lead into the bottom of the 7th. The 1-0 pitch, a fastball called a strike on the outside corner. Counts even at 1-1. Brendan Riley here on Mixler.com and streaming live on YouTube. So we're in the bottom of the 7th here at Story Field. The 1-1. Front door curveball. Called a strike on the inside corner at the knees to Sam Canton, and it's 1-2. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A ground out in the 2nd, single in the 4th, and was hit by a pitch an inning ago. The 1-2. Got him swinging on the outside corner. It looked like Lamp took a little off that one as he sits down Canton for out number 1. So that will bring in Matthew Schwartz.
He's shortstop, number 4, Matthew Schwartz.
Coming into today, Cowlitz half game back of Corvallis in the South Division. Kamloops half game up over Kelowna in the North as the first pitch runs outside for ball number 1 to Matthew Schwartz. We can take a look around the rest of the West Coast League. Bottom of the 7th at Remax Field up in Edmonton. Portland up 12-2 as the 1-0 misses outside as it's 2-0 quickly to Schwartz, who's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. Bottom of the 6th at Elk Stadium. Ridgefield beating up in Kelowna 4-1. That one in the bottom of the 6th. 2-0 in the other batter's box from Lamp, and it's 3-0 now. On games in the bottom of the 6th, Wenatchee, the Apple Sox, 1-0 over Port Angeles. The bottom of the 7th at the Hamlin Sports Complex, the Bend Elks up 4-7-3 over the Drifters. 3-0 misses outside. 4-pitch walk from Rory Lamp, as it'll be a 1-out walk for Louis Albrecht. No one really warming up in the right field bullpen for this Kamloops team. Lamp came in the 5th. It was a clean bottom of the 5th inning, but he gives up the 6th spot in the bottom of the 6th. The guy that really jump-started this offense for Cowlitz is in the right-handed batter's box. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, the first pitch. A curveball misses outside. Albrecht ahead in the count 1-0. First pitch that he saw, he rocketed it into right center, landing in front of the Fiber Federal Credit Union sign. And he ended up going for 3 and was able to slide in there with a head first dive. The 1-0. Another curveball. This one a little too far outside. 2-0 the count now for Louis Albrecht. And you have to think it's green light central for the big right-hander from Renton, Washington. 5'11", 210 pounds, transferring to Central Arizona this fall. The 2-0 pitch. A fastball. This one rocketed down the right field line. On the run is Chenier Rondell. It's going to get down and roll all the way to the corner. Rounding second and heading for third is Schwartz. He's getting the green light for Brady Corrigan. As the throw comes back into second, Schwartz comes in to score all the way from first as Louis Albrecht, a pair of extra base hits and a pair of RBIs as well in 2 consecutive innings. It's 10-6 in the bottom of the 7th.
And there is a double, which means our partners at the Safeway Albrecht.
Louis Albrecht seeing the ball extremely well here tonight. He's been on base 3 times. A walk, a triple, and a double now as he's halfway done with the cycle. As we will now have a pinch hitter. And it looks like we're going to have Nick Miller coming in for Caden Parker.
From Lower Columbia College, number 6, Nick Miller.
So Nick Miller, the LCC product, will replace Caden Parker in the 9-hole in the designated hitter spot. 10-6 your score in the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 out and Louis Albrecht standing on second. Miller's first plate appearance today, 3 for 11 on the season so far. The freshman from Kelso, Washington. First pitch. Slider called a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Keep looking around the rest of the West Coast League up in Victoria. It's Nanaimo, the Night Owls, up 6-2 over the Harbor Cats. And then, of course, Cowlitz and Kamloops 10-6 here in the bottom of the 7th as the 0-1 is a breaking ball, misses high. And then also a non-league game at Joe Martin Field. The Bellingham Bells facing off against the Northwest Stars. 6-4 is the score in the top of the 7th in favor of Bellingham. A look back at second from Lamp. Another look. The 1-1. Fastball in the dirt. A nice scoop by Marshall Louise behind the plate. It's 2-1. Game number 3 tomorrow between these two teams. That'll be at 6:35 on Fiber Family Wednesdays. $5 tickets, rather $5 off tickets when you show your Fiber Federal Credit Union card at the gate. 2-1. Fastball fouled off by Miller. And the count's even at 2-2. And then on Thursday, the Cascade Collegiate All-Stars come to Story Field for a non-league game before this Black Bears team makes the trip to Eastern Washington, Southeastern Washington, to Walla Walla to play the Sweets, who are off tonight. Rather, looks like they're in a delay or maybe even postpone as they're in Yakima this evening. 2-2 to Miller. Curveball. This one's set in the air to right. Chenier Rondeau back towards the track. At the wall, and it's off the base of the wall. Coming in to score easily is Albrecht. Miller's looking for 3. Their throw into third is well late as Nick Miller comes through with the triple. The second triple of the game for the Black Bears, who have exploded over the past 2 innings. It's now 11-6 in the bottom of the 7th. This order has come to life. 8 runs put up over the last 4 outs as now Jose Bautista makes his way out of the first base dugout. He's looking down towards the bullpen in right field. Still no signal yet as he comes out to talk to the southpaw. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. 11-6 in favor of Cowlitz, as the Black Bears look to take their second series to open up the season. Took 2 of 3 in Springfield on the weekend, where they split a doubleheader and won game number 3, the rubber game, in a 7-inning doubleheader. And they took game number 1 last night in dramatic fashion with a 6-5 walk-off win. Nick Miller, that's his first triple as a Cowlitz Black Bear this season, as now The lineup card turns over for the 5th time today, and it's going to be Ben Ziegler. This Black Bears team came in with a .320 average, which was good for 3rd in the West Coast League, and they continue to mash as they're into the double-digit mark in the hit column once again this season. That's now 4 out of the first 5 games for the Black Bears, who continue to mash in 2022 early on. Nick Miller over at 3rd as Ben Ziegler digs in. Lefty and lefty matchup, first pitch. There's the patented front door breaking ball from Lamp, and it's 0-1. Ziegler 2 for 4 on the day so far, a pair of singles. The 0-1. Foul tipped into the glove of Louise, who holds on, and it's 0-2 quickly. Ziegler singled an inning ago, came in to score as well, and the 3-run jack by Callan Halverson. The 0-2, a little too far outside with the fastball as the count moves to 1-2. We've probably seen about 75 to 80% off-speed pitches from Rory Lamp. The 1-2. Off-speed pitch popped up on the left side and out of play, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Good crowd here at Story Field here on $3 Tuesday. Fans filling up the stands right past the third base dugout, and then also down the left field line in the general seating. Also in the Bob Sporting Goods party deck, the 1-2. Change up, chopped up the first base line and foul. We'll do it again at 1-2. If the Black Bears continue to hit like this, it's going to be a fun summer here at Story Field. Of course, $3 Tuesday today, Fiber Family Wednesday tomorrow is the 1-2. Curveball, a little too far outside, counts even at 2-2. And then on Sundays, kids are free. 2 kids are free with the purchase of an adult ticket bought at the gate. The 2-2, fastball, down and away, count is run full. Cowlitz doing a much better job with runners on base this evening. They've only left 5 runners on base after leaving 19 on in the 11 innings last night. Payoff pitch, breaking ball. Golf swing into shallow center field. Tommy Grain into the right center field grass. He'll make the catch as Miller won't be able to tag up. As there's the second out of the 7th. So that'll bring up Ethan Stacy with 2 outs and a runner aboard at 3rd. 2 runs already in this bottom of the 7th inning with the Black Bears leading 11-6 over Kamloops. Stacy's 0 for 3. Pair of ground outs, a fly out. Was also hit by a pitch. The first pitch he sees is a good spot in the outside corner from Lamp. It's 0-1. Lamp working back out of the stretch after working out of the windup in the previous at-bat as the 0-1 in the dirt. Nice block by Marshall Louise behind the plate. Counts even at 1-1. We've seen scoring in bunches here for this Cowlitz team in 2022. The 1-1. Breaking ball, Stacy out in front. They'll have to protect now and shorten up on 1-2. They put up 11 runs back on the first West Coast League game of the year on Friday. Put up 8 in game number 2 on Sunday. The 1-2 got him swinging, and that will retire the side in the bottom of the 7th inning. But Cowlitz, they're able to tack on 2 more runs on 2 hits. No errors. They leave a runner stranded at 3rd. We head to the 8th here at Story Field. 11-6, Cowlitz over Kamloops. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com.
They'll be closing up shop at the end of the 8th, so get over there and get your swag on. Also, we do happen to have a missing wallet up here at the press box. A blue purse, perhaps belonging to a Deanna Wood. So, Deanna, if you are here, please come to the press box to get your wallet. And fans, you're going to want to make your way to the park on Saturday, June 25th for Rally Towel Night, presented by Woods Logging. Come by and receive your free rally towel and give it a spin while cheering on your Black Bears. And also plan ahead for July 15th when your Cowlitz Black Bears host country musician Court Carpenter. Now we'll follow that evening's game against the Port Angeles Lefties. Order your tickets today to cheer on your Black Bears and see an amazing performance afterwards.
Eleven to 6 your score in the top of the 8th inning here at Story Field. Cowlitz with 8 runs over the last 2 innings to put them up 5 as Marshall Louise, the catcher, set to dig in from the left side. It's been all Cowlitz over the past 2 innings as Louise digs in 2 for 3 on the day. The first pitch, a fastball right down Broadway for strike number 1. 2 singles from Louise coming in the 2nd and the 4th, then a ground out in the 5th for the Jackson State Tiger. Jacob Taggart back out, 2nd inning in relief. The pitch, fastball in the dirt, evens out the count at a ball and a strike. 10 strikeouts for Cowlitz pitching over the first 7 innings. Last night, 12 strikeouts over 11 innings for the Cowlitz pitching staff. Only surrendering 6 walks. Only 1 walk today so far. The 1-1 runs high and away as the count moves to 2-1. Cowlitz has kept the leadoff man off the bases in 5 out of the 7 innings as the 2-1, a fastball delivered on the outside corner, counts even at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Louise. Louise, a 152 hitter with Jackson State this past season in the SWAC. Went 2 and out in the SWAC tournament. The 2-2 pitch misses inside. Count is run full. It's 3-2. Alabama State won the SWAC, and they pretty much got a death sentence heading to Knoxville in that Tennessee regional. Tennessee winning that regional as a payoff pitch. Runs inside. A nice job by Marshall Louise being able to draw the leadoff walk. So that'll bring up Angus State, who left the yard to left center in the top of the 8th inning. Put it off the top of the shed. There's the big shed in center field with the batting cages inside. And there's also another smaller shed, a little shorter shed to the left side, ranging from the light tower in left center to the start of the big shed in center. As the first pitch to State is fouled off over towards the Cowlitz dugout. It's 0-1. And he put it off the top of that smaller shed, right over the J.H. Kelly sign, as well as the legendary coaches sign of the coaches here at Lower Columbia College. 0-1 the count with no outs in the top of the 8th inning. Righty-on-righty matchup, the pitch. This one laced into center field, but Ziegler's there as he'll make the catch. Didn't have to move very far. Good contact in the second straight at-bat for Angus State, but that one hangs up for Ben Ziegler to be able to corral, and there's one away in the top of the 8th inning as Mike Fitzsimmons, the shortstop, will come up. Fitzsimmons 1 for 3, a single in the second, came in to score. Strikeout in the 4th, and then a fly out to center back in the top half of the 6th inning. 1 out, pitch. Fastball, good spot at the knees. It's 0-1. Some action in the right field bullpen for Kamloops in the top half of the 8th inning. It's the 0-1 pitch, cut on and missed. It looked like Taggart pulled the string as it's no balls and 2 strikes. Fitzsimmons, the junior from Chilliwack, British Columbia, 281 hitter for the University of British Columbia this past season, over 53 games. 15 doubles and 4 home runs. The pitch, a fastball popped up into shallow right field. Olsen on the run, converging with Kin. He's not going to get there as that one drops down for a base hit just inside the line, down the right field line. And so it's a bloop single for Mike Fitzsimmons as that puts runners on first and second with 1 out. There's the old adage in baseball, a bloop and a blast. And that's what Kamloops needs here as Tommy Green, and the second baseman, will come up. Cowlitz being out hit 11-10. But they have gotten the big hits when they needed them, including a 3-run jack from Callan Halverson, a triple and a double for Louis Albrecht, and then a triple for Nick Miller as well. Tommy Green, 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch he sees. Beautiful breaking ball from Taggart on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Double in the third, walked later on in the fourth, and then a fly out to Sam Canton in right. Green now with 2 hits on the series so far. The senior from British Columbia. Taggart comes set at the chest, the Dixie State product, the 0-1. Beautiful breaking ball, goes through the 5-hole Albrecht and skips over to his left as both runners will advance 90 feet. He got Green to go chase at it, but Albrecht not able to hold on as it's 0-2 now with 2 runners in scoring position in the top of the 8th inning. Green looking for a couple of RBIs after having a pair in yesterday's ball game. Taggart looking to get out of this jam, get the shutdown inning, and get this Black Bears red-hot offense back into the dugout. 0-2. Another breaker, a nice block by Albrecht. Looking like a hockey goalie behind the plate, dropping down to the butterfly and getting the chest into it. Speaking of hockey, the Colorado Avalanche sweeping the Edmonton Oilers and moving on to the Stanley Cup Final. My memory serves me correct, the Avalanche have not won since 2002 or 2003. But Nathan McKinnon and that whole team as the 1-2. Got him looking on the inside corner. Front door breaking ball from Jacob Taggart. His second strikeout in relief, and there's 2 away. But the Colorado Avalanche, high-powered offense and a very, very good defense as well. They are awaiting the winner of the New York Rangers in Tampa Bay Lightning series. The Rangers up 2-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals. If they took both two games at MSG. First pitch. The Ty Sefferman misses inside for ball number 1. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. 11-6 your score in favor of Cowlitz as they look to take game number 2 here in this series and take the series as well. Louise at third, Fitzsimmons at second. With 2 gone, the pitch. Breaking ball over the heart of the plate. Called for a strike. 1-1 the count now to the center fielder for Kamloops. 1 for 4, 2 strikeouts, a fly out, and a single. The junior from Chandler, Arizona. 3 for his first 15 coming into today. The 1-1. Breaking ball rip, but Olsen is able to knock it down as it goes into foul territory. He'll toss it over to Taggart covering, and that will retire the side. John Olsen just able to keep it in front of him, and Jacob Taggart doing his job with the PFPs. We head to the bottom of the 8th after Kamloops. They score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. Let's head to the bottom of the 8th with Cowlitz up 11-6 over Kamloops. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com. 11-6 Cowlitz over Kamloops, bottom of the 8th here at Story Field, as it's been all Black Bears over the past couple of innings. As a new arm into the game, it's a right-hander, Carter Harbutt, who will be coming into this game, relieving Rory Lamp. Second appearance for Kamloops this season for Harbutt, a 4.50 ERA, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. That was earned, no walks, 4 walks. They'll deal with 3, 4, and 5. John Olson digging in from the right side to get things rolling. The first pitch. Fastball found back to the screen. It's 0-1. Now, update from the previous inning, actually. A 4-1 Lightning win, so that evens up the series at 2-2, heading back to Madison Square Garden for game number 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals. The winner going on to face off against the Colorado Avalanche in the Stanley Cup Finals. The 0-1. Fastball, a little too far off the outer half. Counts even at 1-1. Give you the final line on Rory Lamp. 3 innings, 5 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So he gives way to Harbutt, the 1-1. Curveball cut on a miss by Olson. It's 1-2. The New York Rangers trying to prevent a Tampa Bay Lightning three-peat after they won in the bubble, won last year. They beat the Montreal Canadiens last year in the Stanley Cup Final. The 1-2 up the middle for a base hit. John Olson on base for the 4th time today. He picks up his 2nd hit, as I'll bring up Callan Halverson.
And your attention, please, now on the mound for the NorthPaws, number 25, Carter Harbutt. And now,
so Callan Halverson with the chance. No outs and a runner on first. Halverson back in the 6th. Deposited a 3-run moonshot into the Black Bears bullpen beyond the left field wall here at Story Field to make it a 9-6 game. Righty on righty matchup, first pitch. A fastball called a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Then, of course, the NBA Finals going on as well. 1-1 between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. The pitch, change up, chopped over to the third baseman State. Goes to second for 1. The relay on to first is well late, as it will cut down the lead runner in Olson, as Halverson's aboard on the 5-4 fielder's choice, as there's 1 away in the bottom of the 8th inning. But the NBA Finals heading back to the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Going coast to coast must be tough for really any team when it goes from 3 hours ahead to 3 hours behind, or vice versa, as the first pitch to Brock Bozet's popped up right behind second base. Mike Fitzsimmons will call off Tommy Green, and there's out number 2. That's tough for both teams, though, because Boston, they go 3 hours back, and then, of course, Golden State goes 3 hours forward.
Show some love to number 17.
But a lot of miles for a 7-game series, as there's 2 away in the bottom of the 8th inning, with Cowlitz up 11-6 with 2 outs and Halverson aboard over at first. Here's Sam Canton here in his debut. The first pitch, there goes Halverson for second. The throw down is going to be not in time. Halverson able to swipe second. His first stolen base this season after going 21 for 25 at Northern Oklahoma Enid this past season, as that puts a runner in scoring position for Sam Canton, who was 1 for 3. A single, was hit by a pitch as well, a ground out and a strikeout. It's called a strike, so the 0-1 in the dirt. A nice block by Marshall Louise, dropping down to a knee. Counts even at 1-1. Cowlitz just looking to put up one more insurance run. It looks like Bailey Roberson, the southpaw, is warming up in the bullpen down in left field. 1-1. Bounces 2 feet in front of home plate. Canton ahead in the count, 2-1. Cowlitz with the chance. Try to go to 4-1 this season and take their second series in as many tries. Halverson a big lead out at second with the 2-1 pitch upcoming. A long pause for Harbutt. The pitch. Fastball cut on and miss. Late action to that one, and the count's even at 2-2. One more time tomorrow on Fiber Family Wednesday here at Story Field. before the Cascade Collegiate All-Stars came in on Thursday and a 3-game set in Walla Walla over the weekend. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. The pitch, fastball. This one ripped into right center. This one's gonna get down and drop up against the base of the wall. Halverson will walk his way home as rounding second and heading for third is Ken. Here comes the relay throw into third, and it's in time. The run does count as Halverson scores as Canton's thrown out trying to take third and try to get triple number 3 on the evening. But Cowlitz, they put up one more run in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're doubling up Kamloops as we go to the top of the 9th inning here at Story Field. It's 12-6, Black Bears over the NorthPaws. Come on back for more Cowlitz Black Bears baseball on Mixler.com.
For their sponsorship of tonight's $3 Tuesdays. Take it all in with an RV or boat loan from Lower Columbia Longshoremen's Credit Union. Rates as low as 4% APR. Some restrictions apply. Call us or stop in to see a representative for more details. And are you interested in joining LCLFCU? Stop by their booth and see how you qualify for membership with LCLFCU today. Become a member of their family and let them help you create financial solutions for you and your family. Your attention, please. Now warming up on the mound for the Cowlitz Black Bears. From Hope International University, the left-hander, number 12, Bailey Robertson.
Cowlitz looking to close out game number 2 in the series as well against the Kamloops NorthPaws as they lead 12-6. Going to the top of the 9th inning here at Story Field as we'll have a new arm into the game looking to close this one out for Cowlitz. Making his 3rd appearance in league play is Bailey Robertson, a 5.40 ERA over 2 appearances, inning and 2/3 where he's struck out 2, given up 3 hits as well, gave up a run back against Springfield in the 8-7 victory in game number 2 of the doubleheader after going 2/3 of an inning in the 11-6 victory as he closed that one out in Springfield back on Friday. Final line for Jacob Taggart, 2 innings in relief of Michael Schwartz, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts for the Katy, Texas native. As now Bailey Robertson looking to finish this one off. He'll deal with 2, 3, and 4 of this Kamloops order, and Hunter Swap, the left fielder, the first to greet him. Thank you for joining me, Brendan Riley, here on YouTube as well as Mixler.com.
Left fielder number 36, Hunter Swap.
As the Black Bears look to improve to 4-1. As Swap will dig in from the right side. A lefty on righty matchup with the southpaw ready. Working from the windup, the first pitch. Fastball, cut on and miss. It's 0-1. Swap 0 for 4 on the day. Pair of groundouts and a pair of punchouts as well. The junior from Heber City, Utah, awaits the 0-1. Here it is. Breaking ball, cut on and miss. It's 0-2. Big looper from Roberson, the Hope International University product out of the NAIA in California. 0-2. He's looking for a quick punch out here. He gets the sign, the 0-2 pitch. Got him looking on the inside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Hunter Swamp, who struck out for the 3rd time today as the Kamloops NorthPaws are down to their final 2 outs here in game number 2. Roberson with the quick punch out on that final pitch. He kind of switched his arm angle, went with the herky-jerky motion and threw more towards the 3/4, maybe even sidearm side. As now Felix Chenier Rondeau digs in from the left side. First pitch misses down and away for ball number 1 to the Kamloops right fielder. 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, a ground out. Was also hit by a pitch. The 1-0. Breaking ball rolled over, diving back in and stopped by Olsen. He's going to have to win the foot race himself, and he's not going to beat Shanae Rondeau down to first base. The right fielder moving down the line. Roberson wasn't able to get in time. It's going to be an infield single here in the top of the ninth inning for Felix. Shanae Rondeau picks up a multi-hit game. Shanae Rondeau now 4 hits this series over 2 games. And Zach Beatty will dig in. Left the yard back in the 5th, followed it up with a double in the 7th. 1 out, runner on first in the top of the 9th inning as Roberson will look over, and he picked him off. Shanae Rondeau caught sleeping over at first, and there's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. A good move by Roberson. I don't think Shanae Rondeau was expecting it, as Zach Beatty now the last hope for Kamloops here in game number 2. 2 outs and nobody on. 12-6 in favor of the Black Bears. The first pitch, a backdoor breaking ball, drops in. It's 0-1. Beatty 2 for 4. The home run in the double to go along with a ground out and a strikeout. Roberson back out of the windup, the 0-1. Breaking ball popped up on the right side. It's going to get out of play, and Kamloops is down to their final strike this evening. The Black Bears looking to pull off their 2nd series victory and come from behind in the 3rd straight game. They trailed 2 separate times this evening before a 6-run bottom of the 6th. The 0-2. Curveball misses outside. That looked good from here, but it's called a ball. And Zach Beatty, another chance. Roberson looking to finish it off. 2-strike Klatt picking up. The 1-2. Change up, chop foul over towards the third base dugout. We'll try it again on 1 and 2. Here it comes. Curveball lifted in the center. Ziegler going back, makes the catch, and that will do it. The Cowlitz Black Bears come from behind 2 separate times this evening. They put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th to take down the Kamloops NorthPaws in game number 2 and take their 2nd series and as many tries here to open up West Coast League play in 2022. Your final score from Story Field on Tuesday evening. The Black Bears 12 and the NorthPaws 6. This team just continues to battle back. They are never out, and it showed last night, and it shows here tonight as well, with a resounding come-from-behind victory here on Tuesday evening. The Black Bears now 2-0 at home this season. They improved to 4-1 in 2022 as they have taken the series, and now they will play game number 3 tomorrow back here at Story Field. The winning pitcher here this evening is going to be credited to Michael Schwartz after 2 2/3 of relief coming out of the bullpen. He was the pitcher of record after the 6-run bottom of the 6th inning. The loss goes to Rory Lamp. He drops to 0-1 here in 2022. As the Black Bears, they continue to roll here at home.
And once again, thank you. Drive safe, and as always,
As now they will look to complete their first sweep tomorrow here in 2022 against this Kamloops NorthPaws team that drops this season to 4-3. And without Colonna was playing, I think they'll move back into a tie, maybe and fall a half game back in the West Coast League. 6 runs on 12 hits and an error for Kamloops. 12 runs on 12 hits, no errors for the Black Bears, who have been perfect defensively over the past 2 games. The win to Michael Schwartz and the loss to Rory Lamb in a game that took 2 hours and 31 minutes to complete here at Story Field. Well, a fun one here this evening in Longview, Washington. The Black Bears come from behind in their third straight game to win their third straight game. They're now 4-1. They'll look for the sweep tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. back here at Story Field for game number 3. That'll just about do it for me here on Tuesday evening. Been a pleasure to bring you this broadcast on YouTube and Mixler.com. For my good friend Brody working behind the scenes on YouTube, I'm Brendan Riley signing off for the final time here this evening. Cowlitz 12-6 winners over Kamloops. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 6:35 for game number 3 between Kamloops and Cowlitz.